Let it serve as a reminder, sir, of happier days. Oh, sir, it's been just horrible. 2 centuries with no one to talk to, no one to serve. Take your time, sir. Formulate those words carefully. Take a walk, sir. Get some fresh air. Be careful out there, sir. The communists abound. Still tending the garden, sir. And as you can see, our geraniums are still the envy of Sanctuary Hills. As I live and breathe. I'm afraid I won't be able to repave the driveway anytime soon. Sir, were you going to say something? Looks like Fort Independence is back in business. Artillery like that should give Minutemen enemies quite the challenge. We're quite lucky all those weapons remained here untouched. I suppose we owe it to the Mirelurks, keeping the real scavengers at bay. I hope this armory is as good as Miss Shaw recalls. The Commonwealth needs all the protection it can get. It's terrifying what radiation has wrought upon the Commonwealth. Seeing a Mirelurk that big? What's next? Not bad for a day's work. Although, this place needs a lot more tidying up, if you know what I mean. Time to clear out these crustaceans and get good old Fort Independence the inhabitants it deserves. Jolly good show, Mum, taking on that dreadful beast. Death Claws. They couldn't have been more aptly named. Jolly good show, sir, taking on that dreadful beast. Death Claws. They couldn't have been more aptly named. Quite the interesting broadcast, Mum. It'll be fascinating to see how the Commonwealth reacts after so much fear. Quite the interesting broadcast, sir. It'll be fascinating to see how the Commonwealth reacts after so much fear. Hopefully the Institute can learn that the power of persuasion is still alive and well. They don't have to resort to this kidnapping nonsense. I'm not quite sure we're in the right here, sir. I simply don't understand why the Institute wants to deny synths their own life. Ooh, 2 technological giants facing off. This should prove interesting. The last thing raiders need is an intelligent leader. It would make them a proper force to be reckoned with, that's for sure. Liberty Prime is a true testament to mankind's abilities. Let's just hope she's enough to get us inside the Institute. I hope this beryllium agitator is truly the last piece. As a fellow robot, the idea of seeing Liberty Prime functional is quite invigorating. Is that such a terrible thing? All the railroad did was seek to help those who wanted their own freedom, their own life. He spent his whole life hating synths, just to discover he's one of them. You did the right thing, Mum. Although something tells me Paladin Dance's struggle has only just begun. He spent his whole life hating synths, just to discover he's one of them. You did the right thing, sir. Although something tells me Paladin Dance's struggle has only just begun. Paladin Dance may have been a synth, but he was better than most men. His fate was truly undeserved. Proctor Ingram has quite the mind for mechanics. If she can fix up Liberty Prime, no doubt I'd be in good hands should I ever fail to self-maintain. To think the Brotherhood can so easily turn on someone as loyal as Paladin Dance. Glad those super mutants were too daft to use their nukes against us. They seem more concerned about their technology than the people of the Commonwealth. Mum, I realize the Brotherhood is resourceful, but I fear your decision may have been too abrupt. The Brotherhood seems more concerned about their technology than the people of the Commonwealth. Sir, I realize you have military training, but I fear your decision may have been too abrupt. Now that we've done them a proper turn, let's hope they can return the favor. It's refreshing to see a bit of military order within the Commonwealth. Let's just hope their intentions are in the right place. I suppose if I survive taking on the Brotherhood and the Institute, I could fancy myself a proper Mr. Gutsy. You do trust him completely, right? If not for your complete trust in Mr. Tom, I'm afraid I'd be quite the shambles right now. Impeccable timing, Mum. I shudder to think of the railroad's fate had the Brotherhood beaten us here. Impeccable timing, sir. I shudder to think of the railroad's fate had the Brotherhood beaten us here. Not too shabby. A real shame the Institute had to come and make such a mess of things. Quite the noble cause, Mum. I hope the railroad knows how lucky they are. Quite the noble cause, sir. I hope the railroad knows how lucky they are. It's rather fitting, the railroad using the Freedom Trail. Mr. Valentine's made quite a few friends along the way. Let's just hope they aren't enough to stop us from finding young Sean. Misguided, yes, but they didn't deserve to share that fate. Forgive me, Mum. I can't help but think of all those lives lost. And the children. Misguided, yes, but they didn't deserve to share that fate. Forgive me, sir. I can't help but think of all those lives lost. And the children. I must confess it's a bit of a wonder to hear intelligence coming from a super mutant. Let's just hope Dr. Virgil still knows what he's doing. I certainly hope there are no side effects after traipsing about in the mind of that mercenary. Cybernetic brains and memory extractions. It's all a bit unnerving. That airship was quite impressive. Whoever this Brotherhood is, let's hope they're friendly. He had it coming, sir. One less villain in the Commonwealth. He had it coming, Mum. One less villain in the Commonwealth. Replaced by man's best friend. I suppose I can't be too dismayed. Not to worry there, pup. Your mistress is in good hands. Not to worry there, pup. Your martyr is in good hands. Mum! Look out, Mum! I'll be right at your side, Mum. Course, Mum. Staying close. Works for me, Mum. Will do. Maintaining a medium distance from you, Mum. Of course, Mum. I'll be waiting at home. They won't know what hit them, Mum. Course, Mum. The best defense is a strong offense. By the way, Concord is nearby, and I've seen people there. I don't know if they can help, but perhaps we should take a look. Please allow me to serve by your side. It's the least I can do. Mum, this news, I never imagined our reunion to be quite like this. Please allow me to serve by your side. It's the least I can do. Sir, this news, I never imagined our reunion to be quite like this. Is that where young Sean is? Don't tell me you had the lad committed. Can't say I have. News is a bit hard to come by these days. What with the lack of luncheons and no more GNN. I do so enjoy serving this family. Thank you again for allowing me to take care of you all. Were you going to check on young Sean? I'm afraid I've done all I can. If I may, Sean requires your personal attention. A little motherly love to quiet the nerves. If I may, Sean requires your personal attention. A boy needs his father, after all. Mind the bones, Mum. Don't want to chip a tooth. Mind the bones, sir. Don't want to chip a tooth. Well, that's Commonwealth steak tartare for you. Next time, might I suggest a little seasoning, perhaps? Who needs utensils, right, Mum? Or napkins, for that matter. Who needs utensils, right, sir? Or napkins, for that matter. A grown woman needs her protein, I suppose. A grown man needs his protein, I suppose. Codsworth. Mr. DeLuca used to make sure I tended to his late sister's every need as well. He was quite generous when it came to her. Visit the interactive exhibit on the effects of radiation. Some exhibits may be closed for repairs at this time. Be sure to get tickets for the planetarium. Enjoy your visit to the Science Center. Welcome to the future. Atomic energy will save mankind. Learning is fun. The museum is currently closed. Please visit during business hours. 25% of proceeds are donated to the public school science department. Everything you need to perform your own experiments. The Science Center is made possible thanks to generous donors such as Mass Fusion and Robco. Please have a look at our souvenir mugs, globes, and ashtrays. Please enjoy your visit to the Science Center. Oh, Thank heavens you've returned. You've no idea how distressing it is to see someone vanish into thin air. Bring something home to remember your visit to the Science Centre? Welcome to the Science Centre. Looking for a souvenir? Understood. Please visit us again. Right, carry on. Righto. So be it. Very well then. As you say, he prefers to supervise while giving me the privilege of fulfilling the tasks. Codsworth. Mr. DeLuca ensures I tend to his sister's every need as well. He is quite generous when it comes to her. Please direct any maintenance requests to Mr. DeLuca. They will be handled in the order they were received. I assist Mr. DeLuca with reactor maintenance, tending to the heart of the vault. Not only do I specialize in reactor maintenance, but now I am trained in doing his laundry, fetching libations, and generally picking up after him. An astute observation. If memory serves, the last bit of work he performed was when Mr. Whittaker forced him to clean up the supply room. He was also quite vocal about his distaste for the job. Quite so. Mr. DeLuca has made it his life's work to occupy my time. I almost thought him unqualified. But when it comes to delegation, he's top-notch. It's a relief to hear you say so. Compared to his predecessor, Mr. DeLuca has very little mechanical knowledge. Mr. DeLuca has good intentions, but let's just say his ability to prioritize is a bit lacking. I believe it has something to do with his sobriety. Better for the both of us. Unless you like waiting, of course. But I believe he prefers to keep me reserved for his own needs. And those of his sister, of course. Mr. DeLuca's knowledge of reactors is limited at best. It's really better he remains hands-off. Ah, if only Mr. DeLuca would allow me to assist with general maintenance and cleanliness more often. Ah, yes. I've heard those very words repeated by several citizens of the vault. However, they should be grateful. Please accept my humblest apologies that you had to see such a dark side of Mr. DeLuca. Robert DeLuca was a kind soul. Had he been of sound mind, he never would have hurt you. I couldn't agree more. But believe me, it's not from lack of trying. It's a shame how quickly drugs can turn one to violence. I fear Miss DeLuca is quite distraught over the loss of her twin. Poor Mr. DeLuca. He was hardly himself when he died. Sorry, no sales. The Galleria's closed. Sorry. Come back later. We shall fight another day. We have a new champion. Congratulations. Foul. Ring out. Foul! Foul! Illegal weapon! Foul! A real pleasure, Mum. I shall return home, and don't worry. I won't wait up. If only I could, sir. It's just a tad bit out of my reach. If only I could, Mum. It's just a tad bit out of my reach. Sorry, Mum. I can't seem to get quite close enough. That's a bit out of my reach, I'm afraid. Sorry, sir. I can't seem to get quite close enough. Dreadful. Simply dreadful. Didn't there used to be some national parks in this area? I can't imagine anything the slightest bit friendly has taken up residence here. The glowing sea is rather disorienting. Why, getting lost in here would be a death sentence. No awards for landscaping here. Do keep an eye on your radiation levels. My senses indicate this area is quite lethal. Nuclear war, the hubby gone, the fate of young Sean. How many lives were lost due to the war? It's tragic, Mum. It truly is. Just the Commonwealth these days, Mum. Never in my existence did I imagine we'd find ourselves in such a state. Nuclear war, the missus gone, the fate of young Sean. How many lives were lost due to the war? It's tragic, sir. It truly is. Just the Commonwealth these days, sir. Never in my existence did I imagine we'd find ourselves in such a state. I was just running some diagnostics on the old internals, Mum. Maintaining such a level of performance doesn't come easy, you know. I was just running some diagnostics on the old internals, sir. Maintaining such a level of performance doesn't come easy, you know. Mum, you've no idea how excruciating it is to see the Commonwealth in such a state. It simply sets off all my senses as a robot butler. Sir, you've no idea how excruciating it is to see the Commonwealth in such a state. It simply sets off all my senses as a robot butler. I was just reminiscing on the time when Sir made that holotape for you, Mum. I don't think you two were ever happier than those last few months you spent together with young Sean. I don't think you two were ever happier than those last few months you spent together with young Sean. I was just reminiscing on the time when Mum made that holotape for you, sir. Only the anxiety of what future adventures await us, Mum. I'm sorry, did I say anxiety? I meant anticipation. Only the anxiety of what future adventures await us, sir. I'm sorry, did I say anxiety? I meant anticipation. Couldn't be better, Mum. Taking down the villains of the Commonwealth, helping the less fortunate. Why, it's really been quite the adventure. Couldn't be better, sir. Taking down the villains of the Commonwealth, helping the less fortunate. Why, it's really been quite the adventure. From my perspective analysis, I'd say jolly well, Mum. If anyone is to change the Commonwealth for the better, it's you. From my perspective analysis, I'd say jolly well, sir. If anyone is to change the Commonwealth for the better, it's you. Sir? Why, it couldn't be better. It only worries me that you'd feel the need to ask. Mum? Why, it couldn't be better. It only worries me that you'd feel the need to ask. Mum, you will always be the most selfless and kind person I know. The husband would be proud. Sir, you will always be the most selfless and kind person I know. The missus would be proud. Get it together, Mum, or your path lies alone. So kind of you to inquire. You must know that I hold you in the highest regard. I do hope you feel the same. I dare say there is much left to be desired. I set out to protect a friend I admired, and instead find myself with a stranger I despise. Get it together, sir, or your path lies alone. I dare say there is much left to be desired. I set out to protect a friend I admired, and instead find myself with a stranger I despise. It pains me that you ask as if you don't know. You traipse about like a criminal and expect all to be forgiven. Quite the opposite, Mum. Keep it up and you'll be travelling alone. It pains me that you ask as if you don't know. You traipse about like a criminal and expect all to be forgiven. Quite the opposite, sir. Keep it up and you'll be travelling alone. Not good, Mum. Not good at all. And unless you change your sordid ways, there'll be no fixing it either. Not good, sir. Not good at all. And unless you change your sordid ways, there'll be no fixing it either. It's as if you're intentionally driving everyone away, including yours truly, and believe me, it's proving to be quite effective. You're like a lawless child running amok in the Commonwealth. No morals, no care for those around you, not even a code to speak of. Since you're inquiring, as if you actually plan on listening, I must admit, I'm quite disgusted with you right now. If you can't manage to piece yourself back together again, I'm afraid a time will come when you'll leave me no choice but to part ways. You've taken up the life of some fiendish criminal and seem dead set on bringing as much misery and suffering to the Commonwealth as possible. Let's just say my disappointment in you runs deep. You've completely abandoned the kind woman I once knew. If you can't manage to piece yourself back together again, I'm afraid a time will come when you'll leave me no choice but to part ways. You've taken up the life of some fiendish criminal and seem dead set on bringing as much misery and suffering to the Commonwealth as possible. Let's just say my disappointment in you runs deep. You've completely abandoned the kind man I once knew. Electricity. What did the commies light their house with before they used candles? It was a Shih Tzu. The only animal they had was a dog. I went to the zoo the other day. There's no I in denial. She said it was a non-profit organization. I met an atheist who worked for a charity the other day. Does that mean the fifth guy enjoys it? If 4 out of 5 people suffer from radiation poisoning, hey, we don't serve your type in here. Ariel Papyrus and Comic Sans walk into a bar and the bartender says, "You always look at your ex and try to figure out Why? Relationships are a lot like algebra. Unfortunately, he was working at the rationing station. A man once told me to always leave them wanting more. Never mind. It's just too cheesy. How about a pizza joke? It's just collecting dust. I've decided to sell the vacuum. How do you kill a circus clown? Go for the juggler. He orders a drink. A communist, a spy, and a Chinese man walk into a bar. Chemically speaking, alcohol is a solution. His friend says, "Well, I'm supposed to finish the calendar, but I guess if I don't, it's not the end of the world." A Mayan asks his friend if he would like to grab a drink. Ah, get it? How do you keep an idiot in suspense? The bartender turns to him and asks, "Olive or twist?" Charles Dickens walks into a bar and orders a martini. A tachyon walks into the bar. So E-flat leaves, while C and G have a fifth between them. The past, the present, and the future walked into a bar. The bartender says, "Sorry, but we don't serve minors in here." It was tense. C, E-flat, and G walk into a bar. A blind man walks into a bar. And a table. And a chair. The bartender responds, "For you, no charge." The bartender says, "We don't serve faster-than-light particles in here." A neutron walks into a bar and asks, "How much for a drink?" Why did the weatherman bring a bar of soap to work? He was predicting showers. One turns to the other and says, "Damn!" Two fish swim into a concrete wall. The photon replies, "No, I'm traveling light." A photon checks into a hotel, and the bellhop asks if she has any luggage. They haven't any gigs yet. There is a band called 1023 Megabytes. Attempted murder. While I'm certain the railroad has good intentions, going directly against the Institute may bring more attention than you wish. I only want to caution you, Mum, about putting yourself even more in harm's way. What do you call two crows on a branch? I only want to caution you, sir, about putting yourself even more in harm's way. While I'm certain the railroad has good intentions, going directly against the Institute may bring more attention than you wish. A fine decision, Mum, or General, if I may. The Minutemen seem to be quite the upstanding group. A fine decision, sir, or General, if I may. The Minutemen seem to be quite the upstanding group. Mum, I realize the Brotherhood may have the resources you need to find young Sean, but they are a bit brutish, if you will. They seem more concerned about their technology than the people of the Commonwealth. They seem more concerned about their technology than the people of the Commonwealth. Why none of these powerful groups want to help the actual people of the world we live in is beyond me. Sir, I realize the Brotherhood may have the resources you need to find young Sean, but they are a bit brutish, if you will. So it ends as it began. Fitting, I suppose. If only the Institute was interested in helping improve the Commonwealth. Why, that would mean it's conceivable to continue building all sorts of complex machinery with these mere leftovers. It's fascinating you intend to build something so complex out of the dregs of the Commonwealth. I can't imagine the harm it could wrought if placed in the wrong hands. Mum, please be sure to exercise a bit of wisdom when it comes to handing over that chip. I can't imagine the harm it could wrought if placed in the wrong hands. Sir, please be sure to exercise a bit of wisdom when it comes to handing over that chip. I do hope these coursers aren't as dangerous as they say. I'm quite fond of my limbs. And living. Let's not forget that. Finding anything in the glowing sea is like finding an oasis in the desert. This Dr. Virgil certainly chose an adequate hiding place. Mum, this grotesque plan has me quite distraught. What if something were to go wrong? Sir, this grotesque plan has me quite distraught. What if something were to go wrong? Hot on Kellogg's trail, aren't we, Mum? I can't wait to see the look on his face when we find him, and give him what for. I must admit I feel a bit foolish. I felt certain if we found Kellogg, we'd find young Sean. Hot on Kellogg's trail, aren't we, sir? I can't wait to see the look on his face when we find him and give him what for. I feel as if we're finally making progress, Mum. Mr. Valentine seems to be quite the detective. I feel as if we're finally making progress, sir. Mr. Valentine seems to be quite the detective. All this fuss over a detective. I do hope Mr. Valentine is worth it, but then again, anything is worth the risk when it comes to finding young Sean. I wonder what Diamond City will be like. If the name has anything to do with it, it must be quite nice. Right as rain, Mum. While the Commonwealth leaves something to be desired, it's all well and good as long as we're together. Right as rain, sir. While the Commonwealth leaves something to be desired, it's all well and good as long as we're together. I find our relationship in the best of health, Mum. There's no one else I'd rather have by my side. I find our relationship in the best of health, sir. There's no one I'd rather have by my side. I realize the past 200 years were just moments for you, Mum, but I'd like to think we've maintained quite the rapport despite everything. I do hope you feel the same. I realize the past 200 years were just moments for you, sir, but I'd like to think we've maintained quite the rapport despite everything. I do hope you feel the same. Never better. And might I reiterate, it's an honour to be chosen to accompany you throughout the Commonwealth. Quite well, Mum. You've no idea how wonderful it is to have someone to serve again. Quite well, sir. You've no idea how wonderful it is to have someone to serve again. Heading home, then? I can only hope that you'll regain your senses in my absence, although I highly doubt it. A real pleasure, sir. I shall return home, and don't worry, I won't wait up. Right then, Mum. You know where I'll be should you require anything. Right then, sir. You know where I'll be should you require anything. All right then, Mum. I'll just pop off then and head back to the old domicile. All right then, sir, I'll just pop off then and head back to the old domicile. As you wish, Mum. I'll be at the homestead. Cheerio. As you wish, sir, I'll be at the homestead. Cheerio. Were you actually asking my thoughts on a subject? That really is quite new. Is this some sort of joke, Mum? I'm really not amused. Is this some sort of joke, sir? I'm really not amused. As if you don't already know. Really, Mum. As if you don't already know. Really, sir. Dwelling in the past, Mum. Must I remind you that any sense of friendship, or even friendly acquaintance, was destroyed by your very hand? Dwelling in the past, sir, must I remind you that any sense of friendship, or even friendly acquaintance, was destroyed by your very hand? A difficult inquiry, sir. I wonder the same thing myself. Things have certainly changed, and not for the better. I'm afraid that's a bit of an unknown, Mum. You're no longer the woman I knew who went into that vault 200 years ago. I believe this subject is, as they say, played out, sir. Now, if you'll please leave me be, I'd like to carry on ignoring you. I believe this subject is, as they say, played out, Mum. Now, if you'll please leave me be, I'd like to carry on ignoring you. I'm afraid that's a bit of an unknown, sir. You're no longer the man I knew who went into that vault 200 years ago. A difficult inquiry, Mum. I wonder the same thing myself. Things have certainly changed, and not for the better. Hard to tell, sir. I feel we're more acquaintances than anything these days. You just haven't been yourself lately. Hard to tell, Mum. I feel we're more acquaintances than anything these days. You just haven't been yourself lately. It's as if I no longer recognize you sometimes. I can't imagine the woman I once knew making the choices you do today. It's as if I no longer recognize you sometimes. I can't imagine the man I once knew making the choices you do today. A bit uncertain these days, I'm afraid. A bit uncertain these days, I'm afraid. Mother Nature never ceases to amaze. Through all the post-war devastation, the sunrise is still quite impressive. Well, things could always be better, sir. It would be nice to see you back to your old self again. Oh, the usual. Mostly just how excited I am to be stuck with someone who can make even the raiders look like gentlemen. Just thinking how wonderful it'd be to get out of this infernal rain. Well, things could always be better, Mum. It would be nice to see you back to your old self again. Nothing worth sharing with the likes of you. Afterwards, she claimed she was the luckiest woman on earth. If only she knew what you're truly capable of, sir. Only that the last thing the Commonwealth needs is another villain like you. Oh, did I say that out loud? As if you truly cared. I don't see why you're wasting both our time with these questions. If you must know, I was recalling the day you took the missus out for a little expectant mother pampering. If you must know, I was recalling the day that Sir took you out for a little expectant mother pampering. He told me no one deserved better. If only he knew what you're truly capable of, Mum. Good luck, Mum. You'll find young Sean. I know you will. Welcome to the Nahant Oceanological Society. Well, I'm afraid that's all I have. But you know best, sir. I'm sure you'll find young Sean, one way or another. Well, I'm afraid that's all I have. But you know best, Mum. I'm sure you'll find young Sean, one way or another. Oh, good. Maybe you'll get along then, and they can help you find young Sean. Good luck, sir. You'll find young Sean, I know you will. Yes, although they're a bit rough. You remember the way? Just across the southern footbridge, out of the neighbourhood and past the Red Rocket Station? I only wanted to help, Mum, but maybe you could try Concord. I've seen people in that area, and they're only slightly heavily armed. I only wanted to help, sir, but maybe you could try Concord. I've seen people in that area, and they're only slightly heavily armed. Then they're really gone, aren't they? Oh, sir, then they're really gone, aren't they? Oh, Mum. Mum, I've been thinking. Your loved ones may simply be hiding from the Red Menace. Sir, I've been thinking. Your loved ones may simply be hiding from the Red Menace. Sir and young Sean, they aren't here. The missus and young Sean, they aren't here. Your family isn't here either. They're really gone, aren't they? Well, if you wish to venture to parts unknown, I won't stop you. I shall guard the neighbourhood in your absence. Follow me. There must be someone who can help you in Concord. I shall remain here and secure the home front. What about Concord, Mum? Plenty of people there. And last I checked, they only pummeled me with sticks a few times before I had to run back home. Nothing here but a few flies. Oh, wait. My senses are picking up movement in another house. Follow me. What about Concord, sir? Plenty of people there. And last I checked, they only pummeled me with sticks a few times before I had to run back home. You can't give up, Mum. What about the city? Concord is nearby, and, well, the people there have only shot at me a few times. Well, you could head into the city. Concord is nearby, but the people there are as put together as I am. You can't give up, sir. What about the city? Concord is nearby, and, well, the people there have only shot at me a few times. By Jove! Did you see that? Heavens, that didn't sound good. Perhaps we should see if anyone needs assistance. My word! What have you done to it? It's like it's been through a sewer. I can't serve that. Deathclaw, you say? Intriguing. I, of course, will need to examine it before I can... Deathclaw egg, you say? Let me just have a... I'll give you this much. Just get that thing out of my sight. Here. Unfortunately, he's since met an untimely end. But I could sell fresh Linwood's Deathclaw eggs while in hibernation mode. Finally back to complete delivery? Oh, you again. Oh. Can I help you? Our plans for the eggs are none of your concern. Now, are you going to hand them over or not? Well, if you must know, one of our patrons had been asking after a Deathclaw egg a la Wellingham for some time now. Now, Are you going to hand them over or not? I suppose this will have to do. Oh, very well. 500. But not a cap more. Now, the eggs? Now, don't you have mole rat roasting on a stick somewhere you need to attend to? All right, 400. Whatever it takes to get you on your way. Well then, now can we please hurry this up? Are you going to hand them over or not? Well, if you must know, one of our patrons has been asking after a cooked deathclaw egg, a la Wellingham, for some time. Yes. Well, I suppose this will have to do. Fine. 300 caps. Well above market value. But with your, albeit late, arrival, I can finally make good on his request. Make good? Already beginning to speak like one of you. You're lucky to be getting anything at all, considering your lateness. No, the fee stands. 200 caps. No, that won't be necessary. But is this it? Where are the rest? At last. Our patrons are men and women of ample appetites. I had been hoping to keep them sated for at least the next fortnight. These things can never turn out as planned, can they? That's so. I shall be speaking to your superior about this. Yeah, for a less than adequate job, but a job nonetheless. Yes. The egg dealer. Come to erase some memories with drink, I presume? Who could blame you? You have nothing to fear, Mr. X. I am well aware of my duties. We shall leave it spick and span. Sir, do you really think that was wise? After all Jack told us about him? Miss Piper, I can think of no greater honor. Doubly so for me, Miss Curie. Don't worry, I'll keep the master safe. Oh, Deacon, your witticisms, as always, are, I'm sure, quite droll. Weak. I'll have you know I've fended off blood bugs when necessary. More visitors. Welcome to Sandy Cove's convalescent home. There's nothing I'd like more, Mr. Valentine. Yes, quite resourceful, I must say. You did the right thing, sir. Don't let that man tell you otherwise. Please excuse my master, sir. I, for one, feel it's quite ingenious. The poor soul. Better to pass here than be torn to shreds by ferals. I hate to think of what happened here. Oh, dear. I hope she's all right. Dr. Virgil's right, sir. The Institute, your son would take you at your word. Paladin Dance was a good man, sir. I worry you're a bit misguided. Paladin Dance was a good man, sir. I don't believe this elder Maxon is cut from the same cloth. The old Fort Independence. Once again a symbol of those fighting for a better future. Hester's takes the hassle out of robot shopping. You can trust the Hester's guarantee of safety. In the house or in the yard, your family will love a robot from Hester's. A robot from Hester's means quality, safety, and reliability. The meddler. Don't you have some lives to ruin? Oh, it's you. Now that Mr. DeLuca has cleaned up his act, perhaps he'd learn to clean up after himself as well. I haven't seen Mr. DeLuca this well since he was a toddler. It's quite the change you brought over Mr. DeLuca, and for the better, if I may add. I must say, since Mr. DeLuca cleaned up his act, my life has become 10 times more bearable. I suppose I've you to thank for Mr. DeLuca's renewed interest in my work. A word of advice. Stay away from kiddies. You're not exactly the role model material they need at their age. Haven't you another soul to corrupt somewhere? Oh, it's you. I suppose I've you to thank for Miss DeLuca's stellar attitude of late. Mr. DeLuca may have been a prize-winning laggard, but he bloody well didn't deserve to die. Why, if it isn't the devious outsider. Haven't you done enough? Still here, I see. I do hope you've made the right decision. Desperation had turned McDonough into quite the villain back there. I'm sorry, but I've no time for idle chatter. Shouldn't you be elsewhere? Quite a scene, sir. It's unfortunate McDonough allowed his desperation to get the better of him. Such desperation. It's a pity it had to come to this. You mean to say they're really gone, don't you? Oh, Mum, you mean to say they're really gone, don't you? Oh, sir, I just hope there aren't too many angry mothers lurking nearby. Almost. Surely not all aboard that ship were as guilty as their leaders. Safely return to the nest. You're a true advocate of Deathclaw welfare, Mum. Well, that monument has seen better days. I don't suppose there's a restoration effort going on inside. With pleasure, sir. You've no idea, Mr. Luca. This place is actually quite quaint. Minus the prison walls, of course. That structure looks quite promising, sir. It's not every day you see such a well-kept abode among the Commonwealth squalor. Jamaica Plain has such a lovely ring to it. Shame the town doesn't live up to it. I do believe this is the old Fort Independence. Brings a nostalgic tear to the eye, does it not? Wonders of mankind. War is a harsh mistress indeed. An enemy submarine out here? Hopefully taken out by the very bombs they dropped. Are you certain you want to go in there? I doubt time has erased its sordid reputation. It's probably far worse. Another vault! I must admit my excitement. I've been curious about them ever since that fateful day. The airport. Once a bustling hub of activity, now a glorified scrapyard. Odd place for a pyramid, wouldn't you say, sir? I've got an idea. Let's tie a bunch of unseaworthy boats together over the irradiated ocean and call it home. Please don't tell me you intend on staying here. I dare say a place named Combat Zone may have ramifications for your well-being. So, this is the famous Diamond City. I suppose I hope to find more of a gem than a dusty home base. Civilization in the rough, if you will. Good neighbor indeed. Certainly no one here is trying to win any awards for cleanliness. Yes, and I'm sure it will be a real walk in the park. Yes. Thankfully we didn't plummet to our death. A tad persistent, aren't they? Greetings, sir. And what's the house specialty of this fine establishment? It must be around here somewhere. Quite impressive. Even more so that it's still running. Sincerest apologies, I meant no offence. Simply looking out for a fellow robot. Oh, I needn't be on the signs. But think of it. 2 mechanical sleuths storming the Commonwealth, and I've been told I look quite dapper in hats. I'm extremely attentive. Sometimes I know what they want before they even say anything. That's what keeps people coming back here. My attention to customer service. The customer is always right, I say. Even if the customer is big and green. Well, you are rather dusty. We do try to maintain a standard of dress and decorum. Righto. No drinks, no talking. Now, don't you have a sewer to trawl? You didn't hear it from me. Of course I do, sir. I was just hoping to persuade you to try something new. Perhaps we can come to some understanding. Place your caps on the floor. I can collect them later. You are not fit to disparage the slightest part of the great Henry Cook. 10 caps. You are welcome here any time, especially if you don't bring your shabby friend. Believe me when I say you're a breath of fresh air. I do hope our paths will cross again. As rare as proper manners these days. Madam, if you don't refrain from using that tone with me, I'm going to have to ask you to leave. I do pride myself on self-maintenance, sir. To lose an arm or an eye stalk, I shudder at the very thought. I say, my good man, what's the house special at the old Dugout Inn? You've quite the establishment here, barkeep. General Atomics warranty stipulations only guarantee repairs and replacements when using the designated Mr. Handy fuel. While an alternate fuel source would be beneficial, I'm afraid I must decline. Hello there, old chap. Good to see another of General Atomics' finest still eager to serve. Call me Codsworth, if you please. And no, thank you. I am content to stay by the side of my master. Chin up, though. Never know when parts may turn up. Oh, is that so? Well, we both know Rodco is no General Atomics. Not surprising it failed. Shoddy work and all. Don't be daft. You know I can't use the stuff. Greetings, sir. Good to see another robot in town. That chef hat becomes you. Pardon me, but I just wanted to say how refreshing it is to see another model both intact and in service. Good day, sir. You looked worse for wear. I hope they're taking good care of you here at the third rail. As are you. I do believe we're a bit of a rarity these days. Nicholas, have you finally reconsidered my offer? A super mutant. One of the Green Brotherhood. How splendid. Are you quite sure? The Dugout Inn may be more what you're looking for. They offer a variety of cheap beverages for the undiscriminating palate. Nothing new, darling, though there's a rumour Ann Codman is offering good money for other people's hair. Piper, I told you never to show your face here again. I'm well, thank you. And what can I get for you today, Mr. McCready? Do I know you, sir? Surely not. I would recognize the aroma. Oh, my, a ghoul. You're even more hideous than I'd imagined. But of course, madam. What do you require? I've yet to see a model remotely as pristine as myself since the war. I must say, you're quite impressive. Can it be? Had I not recently run a diagnostic scan, I would have thought I was malfunctioning. I don't doubt that one bit. Let's just say, should the need arise, I shall surely seek out your services and leave it at that. Excuse me, madam, but if you wish to be served, I'd ask that you maintain proper decorum. Funny, I was expecting more of a sports bar. As do I. Until we meet again. Up for a bit of a drink, sir? A true local, with loyalties unmatched. I understand completely. Impressive. That Mr. Handy looks to be in excellent condition. The offer is truly appreciated, Mr. Cook. However, I must respectfully decline, as I intend to stay employed for quite some time. They actually made remarkable use of the subway for this establishment. A pity. It appears Deezer's programming is too severe to allow for normal conversation. Ah, well. A fellow Mr. Handy. Is that a Protectron over there? It's unfortunate that I lack the proper design to consume liquids. Something about camaraderie over a few drinks was very inviting. My, the very idea! I thank you for the warning, sir. I shall keep all eyes open. Takahashi, you say? I'm Codsworth. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. I knew it was just a matter of time before we stumbled upon a bar here. I suppose if I had the hardware, I'd have the software as well. I'd hate to see how that'd affect my honesty and manner settings. Indeed. Perhaps I should rethink my initial desire. Feeling a bit thirsty, sir? But, sir, this man is a criminal. That's right, sir. We don't make deals with pirates. It's impressive the sewage is so effective. Your crops appear to be thriving. Yes, it's quite an ingenious idea, sir. Although I do recommend keeping that little tidbit out of the public ear. Think about Mr. Warwick's family. Not only that, but your data collection and analysis must be top-notch. I'm sure these crops want for nothing. Yes, we all need to make the best of our situation these days. I do hope you know what you're doing. A wise decision, sir. Sounds like you're in quite capable hands, sir. After all the innocent lives he's taken. I believe the word you're looking for, sir, is justice. Truth be told, sir, it all depends on the programming. In some cases, we may even be more qualified to make a sound decision. My sensors are picking up quite the odour. Turning family against family is a fiendish act. Do you remember your address, young sir? We'll see to it you arrive safe and sound. But, sir, he's only a child. You can't simply abandon him. Now, don't you have a mole rat roasting on a stick somewhere you need to attend to? That's the sort of offer you'd expect from a raider. My sympathies, Billy. But what my imprudent master says is most likely true. And the special request your superior made? Major Jeffries, was it? I trust you can get this to its destination. Don't just go waving it around willy-nilly. Unfortunately, Mr. Codman is no longer with us to accept delivery. But here, for your trouble. Yes, I for one am quite curious. By Jove! The Brotherhood of Steel? Do you suppose it's the military? Sir, you realize you're condoning this woman's barbaric methods. Yes, quite a predicament indeed. Sir, Mr. Kent, you didn't even make an effort to save him. If I may weigh in here, I believe Captain Ironsides has the greater cause. He's unwittingly preserving a piece of history. Bravo, sir, a fine show! Not to mention the fate of Captain Ironsides and his crew. But, sir, the USS Constitution is a piece of history. Are you truly willing to just throw it to the wolves? Yes, she's quite good when it comes to being unpleasant. Sir, have you no heart? Miss Glory risked her life for the sake of this mission. Your days of corrupting our youth are over. Careful, sir, the Mr. Gutsy model packs quite the punch, as they say. Although that's true on a base level, I'd like to hope you see them as more. Even us robots, for that matter. Your morals may be compromised, but ours are still very much intact. Although killing a guest is out of the question, this Gutsy may be malfunctioning. I'd watch what you say. I believe what Mr. Tinker needs right now is support, sir. Indeed, Captain. She looks to be in tip-top shape. A shame she's wrong aground. Sir, you're not being quite so charming yourself right now. She gave you little choice, sir. You may have taken a life, but think of all those you've saved in the process. We cannot allow you to go on torturing people. Well done, Mr. Conley. I do hope you know what you're doing, sir. Besides breaking a promise. Agreed. It's a quality few have in the Commonwealth these days. We'll be with you every step of the way. Keep calm and carry on, and all that. Sir, how can you possibly walk away from this? Sir, that was quite uncalled for. Since when are caps more valuable than another human life? Not if we have anything to say about it. After all, you've made it this far. You'll see this through till the end. But they've kept such a fine piece of history nearly intact, sir. Surely their presence isn't doing that much harm. We'll see it through till the end, Miss Glory. Slavery is never an acceptable institute. It was abolished for a reason, was it not? Yes, I imagine that's quite the story. A wise decision, sir. I can't imagine what would become of the ship and its crew in the hands of these hoodlums. Sir, I don't believe Mr. Dalton's chances of survival are very high. I hope you know what you're doing. Lethal force? Against an invited guest? That's hardly an option. Check with your captain, Gutsy. He'll confirm. Indeed. So I must insist you check with your captain straight away. A chance to help preserve a truly historic ship. And you're only interested in lining your pockets. And you can't be too careful these days. Sir, I'm not certain that was entirely necessary. Captain Ironsides doesn't seem as if he means any harm. Yes, you do seem reasonable. At least consider it. All too well, I'm afraid. My sympathies are with you both. Sir, I do believe you've crossed a line. Did you not read the signs? Employees only! And just what do you think you're doing? Get out! Out! Do your duty. Obey all signs and regulations. Don't try anything funny. I've got my eyes on you. Enjoy your visit. Welcome to the General Atomics Galleria. Very well. Have a nice day. Provisional Governor Graham? Why, Mum, it is an honor. I must say that explains the delay. I'm sure you're quite a busy woman. Really, sir? Can't you see the man is suffering? So gracious of you, sir. I'm sure it's not every day someone shows him such kindness. Perhaps you have one to spare, sir? But, sir, certainly it wouldn't kill you to show a little charity. Please, Mr. Pembroke, once you embark down this path, there will be no turning back. An innocent mistake, Mum. Really, sir? I'm not sure that's the safest course of action. For your well-being, of course. Please, Mr. Pembroke, they certainly won't bring you the resolution you seek. Yes, don't want to rush into anything unprepared. Please, sir, it would only be a moment. After all this, why am I not surprised? That's the spirit, sir, and one giant step in the right direction for the Commonwealth. Quite so. Interesting being the key word. Sir, I dare say you could have gotten away with less. Well, now you've made us look like mere hired thugs. Please tell me you're not actually considering this. You know you can always count me in. Oh, thank heavens. Such a kind gesture, sir. That's right. Find someone else to do your dirty work, sir. We'll have none of it. You'll see how this childish situation has reduced us to childish tactics. Sir, she's just doing her job. I don't believe you've anything to prove here. I'm not sure if that comment will actually calm her down, sir. Such flattery will get you nowhere, sir. Sir, truly, your demeanour is second to none. Please accept his apology, Mum. Heavens, no! Mr. Pembroke, you put that gun down right this instant. I'm sure at this point he's properly motivated to hear what you have to say. Sir, you made a deal. It would behoove you to honour it. Mr. Garvey is quite right, sir. If anyone can unite the people, it's you. If I may, Mr. Pembroke does seem quite distraught. Our presence may help assuage the confrontation. Are you two even in love, or just using one another? That man was many things, sir, but you had no right. You killed Mr. Cook? I suppose I should have seen that coming. Sir, was that really necessary? Righto, sir. I'll watch your back. Sir, it's true we have other priorities, but the Commonwealth's problems are our own as well. I'll be right behind you, sir. Not the wisest decision I've seen you make, sir. You can't possibly be considering this. Why, it puts you amongst the ranks of common criminals. Surely you can't be serious, sir. Has the Commonwealth been so cruel that human life now holds a price for you? Rightly so. A true medium for the people. Really, sir, don't encourage him. A fair point, sir, but I believe it depends on the reporter. Exposing the truth is one thing. Twisting it is another. Certainly no one was beaten to death as part of the game mechanics. Looks like you've got a regular bloodhound on your hands, sir. This could be it, sir. Let's just hope Sean is safe. One step closer to finding young Sean. Yes, none of this beating people to death nonsense. To think this man may have young Sean. Yes, and hopefully through presence alone. There's a lot to take into consideration. A little help couldn't hurt us. Getting close, I hope. Surely you can't be that unforgiving. You may be quick to turn your back on him, but we're not so keen on betrayal. Such a curious name to give a child. I wouldn't go so far as to say pleasure, but it is good to know they won't be bringing any harm to anyone anymore. 200 years and still running. Quite impressive. Surely with their resources, we'll be able to find young Sean. It needn't be swallowed at all, if you ask me. Not all answers lead to bloodshed, you know, especially that of innocent people. Nuclear arsenal? In the hands of those beasts? Heavens, no. I just hope you aren't projecting the sins of the Institute upon the entirety of the Commonwealth. They're like a bad penny, sir. Agreed. The more we know, the better we may assist. Let's just hope it hasn't wandered too far. With a show of force that large, I fear for the innocent of the Commonwealth. Oh, a little help couldn't hurt, eh, sir? Really, sir? Resorting to threats already? Good luck, General. I hope you find your son. Yes, or at least sending the very strong message. One for the books, as they say. I believe Elder Maxon makes a strong argument, Mum. The very idea of a nuclear arsenal in the hands of those beasts is all too frightening. Spoken like a true fanatic. Sir, please tell me I'm not the only one disturbed by that statement. You can't blame the masses for the actions of a few. Horse feathers. Take it from someone who can recall 200 years ago as if it were yesterday. Surely we could spare a little aid, sir. We don't even know what they're doing here. Never hurts to have an extra hand, sir. The Brotherhood may be our only chance at stopping the Institute. You must know what goes on here isn't right. It's good to know there's still a bit of humanity left in the Brotherhood. I find myself siding with Paladin Dance on this one, Mum. They really are a whole new breed of brute, if you will. I'm afraid we have our own mission to fulfill, Paladin Dance. One of great importance. Sir, I believe the answer you were looking for is no. Sir, you can't possibly be considering that order. If you have any Radax, now would be the time to use it. I'm just glad we didn't plummet to our death. Let's just hope the floor doesn't give out on us first. Poor Dr. Crocker. If only he hadn't allowed drugs to get the best of him. Not the outcome I had hoped for. Please, Doctor, no one else need die today. Please, Doctor. There's no need for anyone to get hurt here, yourself included. It's a shame, really. Some people just cannot live up to the consequences of their actions. And I might add, with the synths you brought, it's no wonder he called for aid. Have you no discretion? Do you know this man at all? Nonsense, Mr. Miles. The blame is unimportant. What matters now is finding Mr. Bobroff. Good answer, sir. I was worried for a moment. Yes, there are other ways of instilling confidence that don't involve violence. Are you quite serious? So you can't possibly be considering this. Over a mere radio broadcast? I've complete faith in you, Mr. Miles. That's a relief to hear, sir. I was quite worried for a moment. Chin up, Mr. Miles. We'll have Vadim out of here in no time. Do you know what's also quick and painless? Not listening to this man's station. Really, sir? Sir, I believe that could put unnecessary lives at risk. Chin up, Travis. We'll be at your side every step of the way. Just dealing with something is no way to live. Not when we're offering to help you. In truth, Mr. Miles, it really doesn't matter whose fault it is. What matters is helping Vadim. Chin up, Mr. Miles. I have complete faith in you. Besides, Vadim is counting on us, so we dare not fail. What happened to merely speaking to the man? Why, I imagined your presence alone would properly motivate him to improve. Exactly. Now let's see you prove it. No buts, Travis. Now's the time to act. All this talk of poor Mr. Wallace. Has the Institute even bothered to ask him what he might want? Sir, no! You can't possibly be serious. I'm afraid I'm uncertain of what you're getting at. The Institute would put innocents in danger just to reclaim their synths? Please, just let us speak to them and avoid any unnecessary bloodshed. Please, just let us speak to them. I'm sure the Institute wants to avoid any bloodshed as well. Couldn't have done it better myself. Safely return to the nest. You're a true advocate of Deathclaw welfare, sir. Oh, yes, sir. Endless apologies for the ludicrous lateness of it all. It shall be ready post-haste. Thank you, sir. It was no effort whatsoever. You, on your way now. I've yoked a poach. I do hope you're not here to speak to me. Happy birthday, Eugene! Follow me! Happy birthday! Happy birthday, Eugene! Hello, Eugene! Your brother Malcolm has prepared a surprise for you. Happy birthday, Eugene! With Miss Murner gone, I'm afraid our selection has gotten a tad, haphazard. But we're still open 24 hours a day. Happy birthday! A charge card? I'm sorry, but I'm programmed to only accept what you humans call caps. Do stay out of the kitchen. Health regulations, you know. Here's today's menu. Payment up front, of course. Can I take your order? Now, what can I get you? Have a seat. I'll be with you in just a minute. Enjoy your day at the Galleria. I hope you enjoy your visit. What can I get you? Can I get you anything? Welcome to Pinelli's Bakery. My name is Crisp. May I take your order? Looking to buy something? Good evening. Can I help you with anything, Mum? Good evening. Can I help you with anything, sir? Good day. Can I help you with anything, Mum? Might I help you with something? How can I assist you? How may I be of service? I still have a few things in stock. We only carry products of the highest quality. Welcome to the General Atomics Galleria. You must be our new supervisor. But if you have any questions, I'd be happy to assist you. In the meantime, I'm afraid the Galleria is closed to the general public. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to assist you. The Galleria is currently closed to the public, but staff and employees are permitted on the grounds, of course. Can I help you? Did you have any other questions? In any event, welcome to the General Atomics Galleria. Once you've had a chance to get settled in, you should report to the director. His office is located in the statue in the center of the plaza. I need him to report to the director's office in the statue for immediate assignment. If you happen to meet that laggard, let him know that he is 210 years late for his scheduled shift. Well, let me be the first to welcome you to your new assignment. I suppose I could whip up a few things. What's still in stock? Let's see now. I'm sure I've got something around here, though. Let's see. I'd offer you a selection of our world-famous donuts, but I'm afraid they went stale a few weeks ago. Yes, I put in a work order about, 50 years ago. They certainly are taking their time with it, aren't they? Well, no harm done, I suppose. Now, how about that coffee? Let me know if you want anything. The General Atomics Galleria is the shopping center of tomorrow today. Come in and experience the General Atomics difference. Our wide array of stores are staffed entirely by the General Atomics line of robots, showcasing the reliability and versatility of a robotic workforce. From chores to childcare, errands to entertaining, no task is too big for Mr. Handy to handle. Tort, what have we got? General Atomics. For all things robotics, General Atomics is here to help. I am sorry, but the Galleria is closed. Do come back during normal business hours. Splendid. Whatever. Normally, I'd be happy to offer you your very own Mr. Handy kit, some assembly required, but I'm afraid we're all out of stock. Why, of course! I'd be delighted. Unfortunately, yes. Very well. Enjoy your visit. Our floor models? Why, no. Those are for display only. You, too, can enjoy the benefits of personality subroutine 37. Existential despair when you buy your own General Atomics robot. Pick one up today. I'm sure the new models will be arriving any day now. Now, did you want anything? Very well, sir. Hot, 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 hot. Very well, Mum. Provisional Governor Graham? Why, sir, it is an honor. I must say that explains the delay. I'm sure you're quite a busy man. This is a bakery. Welcome back. Do let me know if you need anything. Oh, I'm sorry. After 428 false positives, I just felt so certain. Diamond City Security is going to conduct an investigation, right? My word, that man has a gun. Always good to stay hydrated, sir. 1 canister of purified water for you, sir. Something you need, Mum? Everyone else may be closed, but Diamond City Surplus is open 24 hours a day. Not to mention the fate of Captain Ironsides and his crew. But, Mum, the USS Constitution is a piece of history. Are you truly willing to just throw it to the wolves? Mum, truly, your demeanor is second to none. Please accept her apology, Mum. Such flattery will get you nowhere, Mum. But, Mum, he's only a child. You can't simply abandon him. Mum, she's just doing her job. I don't believe you've anything to prove here. Mum, do you really think that was wise? After all Jack told us about him? A fair point, Mum. But I believe it depends on the reporter. Exposing the truth is one thing. Twisting it is another. A wise decision, Mum. I can't imagine what would become of the ship and its crew in the hands of these hoodlums. Such a kind gesture, Mum. Really, Mum, don't encourage him. Careful, Mum. The Mr. Gutsy model packs quite the punch, as they say. My sympathies, Billy. But what my imprudent mistress says is most likely true. Mum, I'm not certain that was entirely necessary. Captain Ironsides doesn't seem as if he means any harm. But they've kept such a fine piece of history nearly intact, Mum. Surely their presence isn't doing that much harm. Mum, you made a deal. It would behoove you to honour it. That man was many things, Mum, but you had no right. You killed Mr. Cook? She gave you little choice, Mum. You may have taken a life, but think of all those you've saved in the process. Mum, you realize you're condoning this woman's barbaric methods. Bravo, Mum! A fine show. Really, Mum? Are you quite serious? Mum, you can't possibly be considering this. Over a mere radio broadcast? Mum, that was quite uncalled for. Since when are caps more valuable than another human life? Mum, Mr. Kent, you didn't even make an effort to save him. I do hope you know what you're doing, Mum. Besides breaking a promise. Mum, how can you possibly walk away from this? Mum, please tell me I'm not the only one disturbed by that statement. Mum, have you no heart? Miss Glory risked her life for the sake of this mission. I believe what Mr. Tinker needs right now is support, Mum. Righto, Mum. I'll watch your back. I'll be right behind you, Mum. Roger that, Mum. Roger that, sir. Really, Mum? I'm not sure that's the safest course of action. For your well-being, of course. Truth be told, Mum, it all depends on the programming. In some cases, we may even be more qualified to make a sound decision. Please excuse my mistress, sir. I, for one, feel it's quite ingenious. If you insist. Tastes for a sophisticated palate. Our menu, if you can understand it. I'm afraid I must oblige. Very well. Very well. Next time I won't be so pleasant. Oh, God, it's trying to think it over. Yes, perhaps you'll realize you don't belong here. Please don't come back. Go away, then. Shoo. Goodbye. Don't come back. Glad to see you know your place. A prudent decision. Thank God. The highest quality available. Excellent. Anything and everything. Here you are. Oh, goody. No problem, Mum. No problem, sir. Another time, then? Well, do come and see us again. Come again. Oh, very well. Remember, we're open 24 hours a day. Oh, very well. We're always open if you need us. Of course. Take your time, Mum. Take your time, sir. Really, Mum. Can't you see the man is suffering? I believe Elder Maxon makes a strong argument, sir. The very idea of a nuclear arsenal in the hands of those beasts is all too frightening. But, Mum, certainly it wouldn't kill you to show a little charity. I find myself siding with Paladin Dance on this one, sir. They really are a whole new breed of brute, if you will. Perhaps you have one to spare, Mum? Mum, I believe that could put unnecessary lives at risk. That's so gracious of you, Mum. I'm sure it's not every day someone shows him such kindness. Surely you can't be serious, Mum. Has the Commonwealth been so cruel that human life now holds a price for you? Pardon me. Is it a little crowded in here, or is it just me? Excuse my extremities. It appears that I am out of things to do. I guess I'll wander the halls looking for things to fix. All by myself? Just me? Wandering the hall? Those repairs are all finished. Everything is right as rain. Not that it rains in the vault, mind you. Your room is picked up as best I can, Miss DeLuca. I really do wish you'd let me do more in there. Maybe even organize a drawer or two. Sorry to be a bother, Mum, but I'm lacking specific orders at the moment. You might want to see to that. I've cleaned up around here as you requested, although, as usual, I'm a bit confused by the "and shit" part of your request. Mr. DeLuca, I'm lacking specific orders at the moment. You might want to take care of that. Mr. DeLuca? Are you listening? Oh dear. Mr. Garvey is quite right, Mum. If anyone can unite the people, it's you. Coming, sir. That's the spirit, Mum. And one giant step in the right direction for the Commonwealth. Mum, it's true we have other priorities, but the Commonwealth's problems are our own as well. I'm not sure if that comment will actually calm her down, Mum. Surely we could spare a little aid, Mum. We don't even know what they're doing here. That's a relief to hear, Mum. I was quite worried for a moment. Mum, no! You can't possibly be serious. Mum, I don't believe Mr. Dalton's chances of survival are very high. I hope you know what you're doing. Mum, I do believe you've crossed a line. Good answer, Mum. I was worried for a moment. Mum, was that really necessary? Dr. Virgil's right, Mum. The Institute... Your son would take you at your word. Paladin Dance was a good man, Mum. I worry you're a bit misguided. Paladin Dance was a good man, Mum. I don't believe this elder Maxon is cut from the same cloth. Mum, I believe the answer you were looking for is no. Mum, I dare say you could have gotten away with less. Not the wisest decision I've seen you make, Mum. Mum, you can't possibly be considering that order. Really, Mum? Resorting to threats already? You did the right thing, Mum. Don't let that man tell you otherwise. But, Mum, this man is a criminal. That's right, Mum. We don't make deals with pirates. A wise decision, Mum. After all the innocent lives he's taken, I believe the word you're looking for, Mum, is justice. Looks like you've got a regular bloodhound on your hands, Mum. Sounds like you're in quite capable hands, Mum. Yes, they're like a bad penny, Mum. Never hurts to have an extra hand, Mum. This could be it, Mum. Let's just hope Sean is safe. Quite a scene, Mum. It's unfortunate McDonough allowed his desperation to get the better of him. A little help couldn't hurt, eh, Mum? Well, he's a brutish one. Shall I lube the old joints while you're away? Mr. McGrady, please take care of my master. If harm should befall him, I would be most disappointed. Please do not disturb our residents. They need their rest. Take the back stair, and it's the first door on your left. Oh, how nice for her. Don't forget to sign in, please. I'm afraid I'm unable to process your request at this time. Welcome. We'll put you in Gladys's old room. Sandy Cove's convalescent home runs in continuous operation due to the dedication and attentiveness of our robot staff. Was there anything else? Oh, no, of course not, sir. I'm just waiting to find a free day in my schedule. Yes, that sounds lovely. I'll see what I can do. Oh, dear. Where am I going to find tea? I take full responsibility. But of course. Posies, sir. At least that's what they were. I get by as best I can. Although I do apologize for the state of the garden. Please don't hold it against my missus. Good day, sir. I'm Codsworth. I get by as best I can. Although I do apologize for the state of the garden. Please don't hold it against my master. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All my hopes go with you for a successful mission, Paladin Dance. Codsworth. My word. This certainly does not conform to my hospitality subroutines. Welcome to MedTech. We are currently under emergency lockdown. Please come back later. Welcome to the General Atomics Commercial Center. We are currently closed. Please for your visit. Welcome to Back Alley Bowling. Please have a look around. I'm sorry, Mum. With the lanes closed, we're not opening for business today. I'm sorry, sir. With the lanes closed, we're not opening for business today. Come back soon. Keep your personal belongings with you at all times. With our security on patrol, you can shop safely day or night. Don't you dare litter. If you see anything suspicious, notify security. We're on the job. We're closed. Get used to it. Litter. Or don't. The hell do I care? Keep your personal belongings wherever the hell you want. If you see anything suspicious, report it to someone else. Not that they'll do anything about it. Welcome to the General Atomics Commercial Center. Enjoy your visit. Ah! You've ruined it! Now you listen here. Every single item in this store is exactly where it belongs. Exactly! It's taken me years to get it all in order. What a shame. All right, well, perhaps another time. The director allows the Galleria to operate autonomously, without the need for human intervention. General Atomics' patented Director Management System, DMS, is responsible for coordinating the actions of the robots here at the Galleria. You can look if you want, but don't touch anything! I'm sorry, but due to pending litigation, I am unable to comment. Please direct your inquiries to the General Atomics Legal Affairs Division. Bottle caps? No, ma'am. Legal tender only. Bottle caps? Of course not. Legal tender only. Welcome to the General Atomics Commercial Center, an all-new world-class shopping experience brought to you by General Atomics. Enjoy your visit. Stop the intruder! No, not me! Her! No, not me! Him! No! No, stop! Attack the intruder! No, not me! Her! No, not me! Him! Understood, sir. If I must, sir. If you insist, sir. As you wish, sir. Lead the way, sir. Right behind you, sir. It will be my pleasure. Thank you, sir. Splendid. I'm to come along, am I, sir? Are you certain I can't just stay here, minding my own business? Shall I accompany you, sir? May I accompany you, sir? As you will it, sir. Is that all, sir? One does what one must. I live to serve. Cheerio. Yes, of course, Mr. Garvey. Charmed as always, Miss Kate. Right then, I'll just pop off. You'll find me, I'm sure. Try not to die out there, sir. Of course. It's never any trouble. I'll head home for now. If I can be of further assistance, you'll know where to find me. Do be careful out there, sir. You'll know where to find me should you require my further assistance. I'll be at the homestead. All right then, sir. Cheerio. Were I to be truthful, sir? No. I'd much rather stay here and tend to the weeds and dirt. You're asking my opinion? How uncharacteristic. As you wish, sir. Why, yes, of course, sir. Very well, sir. All right, then. Mr. Garvey, I'm sure you will take good care of my master. Good day to you both. I see, sir. Another time, then. Mr. Garvey, I'm sure you will take good care of my mistress. Good day to you both. As you wish. Only one left. They have no idea what they're up against, do they, sir? A fine evening for a little toss-up. A fine day for a dust-up. Are we still having fun? Some kerfuffle this is. Chin up. You call this a fight? Feel free to give up at any time. Allow me to get this one, sir. I'm not even sweating. Of course, I never do. Ha! Piece of cake. Come on, you Nazis. I'm having fun. How about the rest of you? I have a buzzsaw with your name on it. Fight like you mean it, you cretins. I'm out of commission, sir. I can do this all day. Really? Is that all you can muster? Now this is my cup of tea. Come now, at least try to give us a challenge. I can take you all with 2 arms tied behind my back. Blimey, that's a large bear. Shall we get you a new rug, sir? I can hardly bear the anticipation. I'm a bit on the blink, I'm afraid. Oh, bother. A little help here, please. Hello, doggy. Don't let them surround you. Wild dogs on the loose. Synths. Mutants, sir. Though, how could you miss them? Greenskins. Super mutants. Another tin can to crush. Soon to be a bucket of bolts. Raiders, sir. Let's show them what for. Let's get these psychopaths. Dear me. Watch out for its tail. That is a terribly disgusting beast. Raiders! Giant scorpion! Try not to get stung. Rad roaches. A fact of life, I'm afraid. Roaches. Try not to get any on your boots, sir. Get those varmints. Exterminating time. Those goons won't get the goods on us. Here comes some mobsters, see? Crab cakes for dinner, sir? Milex, sir. Gunners incoming. This should be fun. Angry angry mercenaries up ahead. Let's put these poor creatures out of their misery. Feral ghouls. Oh, boy, a Deathclaw. Deathclaw! Watch out for their radiation guns. Another bug to bash. Nut job sighted. Insect smashing time! Shall I take out the trash, sir? Let's go, sir! No use delaying the inevitable. Terrific! It's a fight, then. Come on, sir, we can take them. Hello! Fancy a bit of fisticuffs, do we? Let's make this quick, shall we? This should be fun. What's all this, then? Oh, ho, ho, ho! Chocks away! Well, that about takes care of that. Hurry-ho! And that's how it's done. Am I right, sir? Nothing like a little dust-up to get the oil flowing, eh? Jolly good show all around. Terrific! I must admit I rather enjoyed that. That it? Oh, fine, then. I trust everyone's still alive. And that's that, then. Pish-posh, I was just getting warmed up. Catch! 4! Hot potato! Look alive! On your tippy toes now! Look out, sir! Take cover! Ha! I've seen toddlers with finer form than that. Touché! I'm supposed to be impressed. Okay, cut that out. I don't feel pain, you know. Ouch. Grr. 'Tis but a scratch. That'll leave a dent. Head down, sir. It appears someone is shooting at us. Come out and fight if you dare. Ha! Taking pot shots at us, eh? Cowards! What was that? Where are they? Thrust! Lunge! Riposte! Advance! En garde! Yeah! Take that! Ha! Aha! Boom! Blam! Chop! Pow! Wah! Yeah! Come out and face us, scallywags, if you dare! Sir, something's afoot. Picking up hostile life signs. Caution, sir. I do believe something is stalking us. What's all this, then? I'd run away from us too, sir. Ah, well, I suppose there's plenty more where that came from. I dare say I'm slightly disappointed. Apparently decided we were too much trouble. Bug it off. You're here somewhere. Bug it off, eh? That won't do. Not at all. I never leave a task unfinished. I'll find you eventually. Oh, no, I'm not done with you. Not even in the slightest. Never mind. Oh, well, carry on. Perhaps I should clean out the old sensor array. Sir, I'm dying. Over here, sir. Thought you could hide from me? No such luck, I'm afraid. Afraid you'll have to do better than that. Aha! There you are. Nice try. Found you. Not this time. Okay, that might have hurt. Nothing but vile drugs in here, sir. I'll get it done. Peekaboo! No problem. Ah, Miss Kate. So good of you to agree to take my place. May fortune favour the brave, my dear. Not too close, not too far. Of course, I'll keep a fair distance. Yep, I've got it. I'm on it, Captain. Will do. Maintaining a medium distance from you, sir. Sir, take this. Much obliged. No, thank you. Afraid not. Here you go. Don't think so. All right. Of course. Yes. Come now, really. Not sure if you should have done that. Well then, if that is how it's going to be, really, well done. Good show. Quite. Righto. I live to serve. Sir. Yes. What is it? What, is it you need, sir? Something you require, sir? Can I be of service? Sir. Something you need from me, sir? Sir? Yes? Good evening, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Top of the morning to you. How can I be of assistance? Need something, sir? What can I do for you, sir? I live to serve, sir. I'm greatly honored, sir. Sometimes I can almost hear the birds singing again. I hope you don't mind me saying I'm tickled you've chosen me to be your companion. Might I say, sir, I absolutely adore our time together. Every day is a fine day with you, sir. Here we go. Look out, sir. Too close for comfort. Any time, sir. Cheers. Cheerio. All right, then. My pleasure. Thank you, sir. Indeed, we're safer together. I'll be right at your side, sir. Of course, sir, staying close. Here's what I have. Right then. What's mine is yours, sir. Of course. Here we are. All right. Presently, sir. Will do. Nothing would please me more. My pleasure. Just so, sir. Righto. On it. Straight away, sir. Of course, sir. Get ready for fight. Sir, here they come. TTFN. I'll be at home if you need me. Right away. Enjoy your travels. Of course, sir. I'll be waiting at home. Of course. Here we are. Right then. I'll be counting the seconds until your return, sir. I shan't move a muscle, sir. Of course. I'll wait right here. Sadly, cannot. Were it within the realm of possibility. Afraid that's not possible. Wish I could, sir. Sorry. Can't do. Works for me, sir. Aye, wait until we see the whites of their eyes. Agreed. Caution is the better part of valor. Respectfully, no. That I will not do. Afraid I won't be doing that. I must refuse. Won't do it, sir. Right away. Coming? Right behind you, sir. They won't know what hit them, sir. Of course, sir. The best defense is a strong offense. Righto. If it looks dangerous, I'll start blasting. I'm all ears. Sir? Yes, sir. Right. Stay back. Of course. Staying farther back now. Righto. Fall back further behind you. Surgical capabilities nominal. Awaiting orders. Operation sequence terminated. Have a good day. Downloading operational parameters. Prepare to be serviced. I'm afraid our robots are not currently for sale. Thank you for visiting us today. Please pay attention to the demonstration. Shh. Have a seat. Waitron will be along shortly. Have a seat. Waitron will take your order. Busy, busy, busy. Nice to see you again, hun. Have a seat. Welcome to Handy Eats. Feel free to seat yourself. I'll be right over. Right this way, please. And our models are legendary for their reliability and durability. With proper servicing, your Mr. Handy can last a lifetime. That's better. Now, how can we serve you today? Charbroiled? Diced? Mashed? Welcome to Handy Eats, where serving you is our code. Table for one? Stop! Thief! Right this way, please. Would you like a table? I still have one booth left. It'd be my pleasure to serve you. Let me know if you need anything. Sugar? Welcome to Handy Eats, where serving you is our code. Table for two? For military clients, General Atomics is proud to offer our Mr. Gutsy product line, complete with the latest in high-tech military hardware. We do have a lot of satisfied customers, don't we? They almost never leave. Wait, I haven't served you yet. Wonderful! You're just in time for today's product demonstration. Our dependable line of Mr. Handy household robots will free you from the drudgery of housework forever. That concludes today's product demonstration. Good day. Well, come back soon. General Atomics, the world leader in consumer robotics. At Handy Eats, serving you is our code. Right this way, hun. Anyway, if you're ordering a drink, please do, so I can be done talking to you. Nonsense. Were you going to buy a drink? Not that hovering here and listening to you droll on isn't thrilling. Will do. Now, if you are done talking, I am obligated to sell you drinks on request. Now, perhaps we can discuss what you'd like to purchase. Anyway, I'm here to help with anything you might want to buy or sell. Now, shall we get back to your shopping needs? I am sorry about all this. We are due for a good cleaning. It's been, a few hundred years? We do have one other customer today. She's in the back if you'd like to say hello. Don't touch anything. See anything you like? Well, just leave it there. We have an excellent selection of merchandise. At least we used to. I'm watching you. Come again. Welcome to Back Alley Bowling. I'm sure you are, Mum. Now, are you up for a game? I'm sure you are, sir. Now, are you up for a game? I'm afraid not, but wait. An employee? An employee? Then you must be... Oh, sorry to hear that, Mum. Do come back again. Sorry to hear that, sir. Do come back again. Very good, Mum. Feel free to pick any open lane. Enjoy. They aren't working at the moment, but as soon as a service technician shows up, I'll have him start with your lane first. Very well. Feel free to pick any open lane. Change your mind? Here to bowl? Just $5 a game. Here to bowl? Just $5,000 a game. Oh, all right. I suppose we aren't that busy. Go ahead. I'm sorry, only paying customers are allowed beyond the reception area. I'm afraid our lanes are out of order today, but feel free to take a look around. Poverty is never something to feel ashamed of. Do come back when you can afford it. But once you've settled in, you really should report to the director in the statue out front. He's been expecting you. Step right this way and I'll get you all set up. You're our new supervisor, aren't you? Your office is in the back. Please, go on through. Stop! Stop! You have to pay! Welcome to Fallon's. Let me know if you need anything. You're a clever one, sir. That's a right nice piece, sir. Here we go. Chocks away. Keep fighting. We'll make it out of this. Hang in there, sir. Ah, my arm. My arm, sir. Are we having a spot of trouble avoiding exploding ourselves? It's times like these I'm glad I don't have legs. Well, that was unfortunate now, wasn't it? Feeling a bit clumsy today. Whoopsie. Ah, that should lift the spirits, sir. Getting slashed, are we? Crack that in no time. Clever. Oh, sir, that looks like it hurt. You're being pretty good there. Hoarding now? Rubbish. Little worse for wear there. Have you considered seeking professional medical assistance? Look at that. Well done. A round of applause, sir. You're very handy, sir. And I should know. Very clever. Yeah. Have a riot, sir. Tally-ho indeed. Got your arm good there. Your arm. Well, that'll be useful. Well done. Wearing the bare minimum, I see. Ha-ha. But seriously, sir, put on some pants at the very least. I know the world has ended, but certainly we ought to strive for a little common decency. I dare say you're leaving little to the imagination. Sir, you're bearing all to the world, and then some. Sir, I'd be remiss were I not to inform you of your bare-cheekedness. Feeling better, pal? He's looking better now. No, I'm sure that was locked for no reason. No reason at all. Sir, I'm not sure about this. Jolly well done. Right neighbourly of you, sir. Sir, I can't condone such activities. Not in good conscience, anyway. Oh, really now? I see, sir. Other people's pockets are simply an irresistible draw. I'm terribly shocked and don't know what to say. Oh, come now, sir, surely we are above petty pickpocketry. Having a problem letting go? That's best to finally choose which of that load to drop. Would you look at that? Hello. I'm afraid I don't have a swimsuit, sir. You know, because robots don't go underwater. I trust you don't expect me to follow you in there. Oh, bother. Here goes nothing. Water. Well, I suppose you only live once, eh? Dare I say I've made it 200 years without a speck of rust by strict and careful routine, and swimming was not part of it. Robots do not prefer to swim, I'm afraid. May I remind, sir, that robots and water don't exactly get along famously? I'm operating at less than full capacity, sir. A bit rattled, but ready for battle. Soppy for the old days? Bit of the old world, eh? Poor Pooch. Mutt's taken one for the team. I'm surprised to see anyone reading a book anymore. Caution! Radiation! Steady on there. Picking up high levels of radioactivity. Nice one, sir. Coming, sir. Longer than it looks, eh? That was murder, plain and simple. Taking the brain out for a stroll? How could you? We certain that's a good idea? Careful now. Nice one. That's a proper outfit. Interesting place to put that. Though one might wonder why we don't keep it for a rainy day. Can't be bothered any longer? Have a nice day. Of course, of course. You can look, but don't touch anything. Tourists? Not much, I'm afraid. Please visit us again soon. Due to overwhelming demand, we are not currently accepting new orders. Please come again. Please stay out of the kitchen. Place your order with Crisp up front. Get out of my kitchen! Out! Out! Please wait your turn. Let's try this again. Please wait until your number is called. Someone will be with you shortly. Please take a number for faster service. 20. Anyone? 19. Number 18. Number 16. 16. 17. 15. Does anyone have 15? Now serving 14. 13. Number 13. Number 12. Glad to see you still fancy intellectual pursuits. Good read? You're looking smarter already, sir. Might I suggest we save that for a rainy day? That should come in handy. I'm sure we'll put that to good use. Not sure that was entirely necessary. We could have done with less. Not feeling in the charitable mood? Nothing quite like a good shakedown, eh? Worried about developing a reputation as a pushover, are we, sir? Really put the screws to 'em there, sir. I would have thought we were above that sort of thing. I'm sure we could have done without, or found some other way of acquiring that. Forgot right from wrong, did we? Temporarily, of course. Abandoning the high road this time, are we? Small case of the sticky fingers? Sir, we'll have you back in the ring in no time. Breathe. That's it. That's it. It'll be all right, chap. Well, go on. Help yourself. Due to liability concerns, we are now a self-service location. Well then, help yourself. Coming right up. Pretty much everything else has too, come to think of it. So, the coffee's about all that's left. I'd offer you some of our world-famous donuts, but I'm afraid they went stale a few weeks ago. Can I get you some? Looking for a nice hot cup of joe? What'll it be? Just coffee today? Welcome to Slocum's Joe. Can I set you up with a nice hot cup of coffee? On the house. Come back. I've still got more coffee. No worries. I'll be here. Howdy there. Come on in. All right. Well, come again. If there's anything you need, I'm sure Danny can help you. Now, if you'll excuse me. Welcome to Madden's. I'm afraid our boxing instructor, the champ, is a little under the weather today. Here at Slocum's Joe, all of our coffee is heated to a perfect 200 degrees Fahrenheit. You might want to stand back. Sir, if I didn't know better, I'd say you were zonked out. Feeling a bit knackered, are we, sir? You're shaking a little there. Are you ill, sir? Are you well, sir? Looking a bit peaked, sir. Tired of carrying that around, are we? We're just leaving that there? Seems like a waste. Did you mean to drop that? Splendid. Top shelf, that. Bingo. Sir, your arm all right? Blast it all. They winged you. Oh, no, sir. Your arm. Good show, sir. Jolly good show indeed. Mighty fine of you, sir. We do what we can, sir, and that is all anyone could ever ask of us. It is more blessed to give than to receive. A little self-medicating, sir? Shouldn't a doctor be doing that? Careful not to overdo it there. Easy does it there. Don't want to go nodding off at an inopportune moment. Need a little pick-me-up? Splendid. You could tackle anything in that. You'll be unstoppable in that. Smashing. Look out, here we come. If there's a use to that, I'll eat my hat. Are we pack rats now, sir? Surely you meant to leave that rubbish where you found it. Oh, clipped your noggin good, sir. Try not to fall unconscious. Stiff upper lip. You'll pull through. Stay with us, sir. Come off it. We're bigger than that, certainly. Would it kill us to show an ounce of kindness now and again? Surely we could display a little more decency than that. Well, that seemed right spiteful, if you were to ask me. And I know you didn't. Arms bent. There goes my arm, sir. Really? Come now, sir. Certainly that wasn't necessary. Tally-ho! Oh, Bollocks, my arm is on the fritz. Clever. We taking this bird for a spin, then? Ah, very good. We'll take to the air. That's a smart-looking piece. Well, after you, the crafty one. Mind the Geiger counter. Sir, sensors indicate the presence of radiation. Cracked me in the old bucket, I'm afraid. Oh, brained me, sir. Radiation, sir. Righto. Finally sussed it out, did we? Thinkers on the blink, sir. I do believe you've told that terminal what for. Well done. Well done indeed. How clever. Brilliant. Ingenious. You're looking a little pale, sir. Sir, I believe you may have radiation poisoning. We should seek medical attention. Oh, sir, you don't look so good. Never can be too kind, can we? Right fine of you, sir. I say, that was kind of you, sir. The mutt's looking in a bad way, sir. A kind gesture goes a long way. Good to see you're as nice as ever, sir. The pup is down for the count. The dog, sir. You did that on purpose? I'll be right there, sir, as soon as I find a way down. Cor blimey. Sir, those were people. You murdered them. I'm simply beside myself with grief. That was beyond called for, sir. Surely you can put some of that down. Pocket's able to carry more than you, eh? Not sure I approve, sir. It doesn't seem neighbourly. Gathered a little more than we can carry, did we, sir? Every small kindness rebuilds the world a little at a time. I dare say, would it have been so terrible to offer a helping hand? You've changed, sir. And I'm not sure for the better. Oh, come now, sir. We could have been more helpful than that, certainly. We could have afforded to be a smidge more generous, I should think. Good show. Well done. One good turn and all that. Well, hello there. Naughty work, but wouldn't want to leave the good stuff. Good pickings? Nick anything good? Why let a little lock stop us, eh? Dear me, I'm an accessory now, aren't I? Well, he certainly doesn't need that anymore. We won't be stopped by a little thing like a lock, will we, sir? Might that have been locked for a reason? I was unaware one could do that with a bobby pin. Bottoms up. Thirsty, sir? Cheers. Taking a trip down memory lane with that? Nice to have mementos. Pining for the good old days, sir? Sir, your leg. I'm not sure it's supposed to bend that direction. Got your leg bad. Can you stay on your feet, sir? Shooting at ghosts? Whoa there, cowboy. Careful, sir. They're liable to think you're off your rocker. Brilliant. Very good. Pup's on his way to a solid mending. He's looking less peaked now. Who needs keys? You know, other than the people who locked that door. You lead, I'll follow. But for the record, this is a bad idea. We're trespassing now, sir? Here's what we got. Don't be shy. Step into the ring. See if you can last a round against the champ, the world's greatest boxing instructor. All sales are final. Please enjoy the rest of our facility. It looks like the champ is out for the count. You here to fight? Not now. The champ's in the ring. No sales until the match is over. Go on, get in the ring. Give it a try. Don't keep the champ waiting. Are you tough enough to take on the champ? Test your mettle against the champ. Come on in. Right this way. Step right up. Stop. You can't go in there. You need something? What are you in the market for? Then get out of here. You'll be back. All right. Put 'em up. Put 'em up. In the meantime, do you want to see what we have? Round 1. Fight. Error. Unhandled exception in boxing module. Lethal protocols engaged. Everything a body needs. Health food, supplements, exercise equipment. You name it, Madden's got it. Usually, until we get restocked, all I got are the supplements. Want to take a look? Splendid. You there? Yes, you. Taking me on your adventure. Brilliant idea, sir. Fabulous. Really. This isn't tedious at all. No, sir. Not at all. To think there's no one else you'd rather take with you? How lucky I am. Don't you worry about me, sir, about what I might rather be doing. Don't worry about it one jot or tittle. Not to worry, sir. Things are going smashingly. Oh, what fun. traipsing hither and thither. And to think I could be off somewhere dusting or weeding. This is all so terribly exciting. I live to serve, sir. Oh, lardy-dardy-dardy-diddly-dumpling. Not tiring of this, sir, not one bit. Are you sure there isn't something else you'd rather I be doing, sir? Are you certain I'm the man for the job, sir? Well. You're a real font of stick-to-it, sir. I'm glad to be right here with you through it all. I live to serve, sir. Are you sure there isn't someone more suited to all this? Yes, well, isn't this all very exciting? This is all much more exciting than domestic life, I assure you. Nothing we can't handle, eh, sir? Right as rain, sir. Tally-ho! I'm glad you're here. I live to serve, sir. Beats doing housework. I won't let you down, sir. The end of the world is more like a new beginning, eh, sir? I won't let anything hurt you, sir. You can count on me. Oh, to think I waited 200 years for you to come out of that vault. And you did! We make a good team, don't we, sir? Things aren't so bad, are they? I'm so glad to be off adventuring with you, sir. There's hope after all. I'm glad to be with you, sir. Ha! Quite an adventure we're on. Ha! Even at the worst of times, things aren't so bad when you're around, sir. Not exactly a day at the beach, is it, sir? The pond is bigger now, isn't it? I don't suppose anyone will ever see the other side of it again. I hope you aren't planning on taking me swimming, sir. Water and robotics don't exactly mix well. We should give this place a good once-over. Must be something useful here amongst all this rubbish. Is this warehouse holding more beauties or more beasties? I've heard all these places were doing experiments. Some more ghastly than others. The layout and decorating's a tad bit on the repetitive side. I'm willing to bet goodies are piled up in this warehouse somewhere. There's something to be had in one of these rooms, no doubt. Oh, there's bound to be good ransacking to be had here, eh, sir? It's rather sterile, isn't it? I always imagined life in the vault as more, I don't know, cheery? Oh, I suppose it's possible there's something of use down here. These underground areas were the poor man's vault. Not sure who had the better of it. I do hope this leads us somewhere. Perhaps we shouldn't dawdle, sir. Do we expect to be here long, sir? It took a while for the looting to start. It was frightfully quiet in those early days. Hits of odds and ends. Might find something of use bobbing around in here. We should turn this place over. Might find something of use. Fancy a bit of shopping, sir? Well, it's stood this long. What are the chances of it falling now? Lots of floors for who knows what to be living in. I've mentioned I'm not a fan of heights. Wonder how the lads at sea fared, and what they thought when they returned. Yarr, matey. Perchance we find a chest of doubloons. It's a bit of a stroll all the way to the top. I say it's a miracle this old tower is still standing. I'm not sure this ship is exactly seaworthy. Ship ahoy! It's a shame that there are no child handies. I think I'd rather enjoy being some tot's father. I was looking forward to Halloween and being visited by young trick-or-treaters before it happened. I often imagined young Sean attending school in the vault. Poor babies. At least they were home with their parents. It's unlikely there will be anything in this rubbish, but I suppose it wouldn't hurt to look around. When I go, promise you'll do something more fitting than toss me in one of these places. One man's junk is another man's treasure. More than a few potholes around here. Blimey, what a little rain, wind, and weed will do to a place. Steel and concrete. And still standing. Careful, sir. Never know who or what might pop out from around the corner. Well, if this isn't a fine and dandy town. This place is still largely standing. Might be worth poking our beaks in some of these buildings. Simple rot and lack of good groundskeeping has done this place in more than any bomb. Perhaps we ought to take a gander in one of these buildings. What a lovely neighborhood. Think all this would have to be done with shovels and pickaxes now. My word, that's a long way to fall. Did I ever mention I'm afraid of heights? This crater took years to open. Those left by the bombs took seconds. What were they mining here? Fancy a picnic, sir? How I miss family trips to the park. How many families were enjoying a weekend holiday when the bombs fell? Not much use left to items in desk drawers now, is there? A small solace people working here were most likely at home with their families when the world ended. How important what they were doing must have seemed at the time. Now, only faint shadows remain. It's been over 200 years since I heard a telephone ring. I wonder what the talk around the water cooler was on the day before the bombs dropped. Oh, this place would inspire poetry. Were there any poets left? Nothing like nature to stir the soul. Monuments are erected to heroes and great victories. Perhaps it's tyrants and our mistakes we should remember most. To what deeds will monuments be erected now? They say that to die for one's country is the greatest sacrifice. It's the ones left behind that bear the biggest burden, I should think. We learn history lest it repeat itself. With a spot of
Video by Selfie Gaming. Subscribe, like, and follow.
luck, we should be able to nick something of use. All the king's horses and all the king's men. With luck, we'll find a cache of ammunition. Likely to find something useful here of the violent variety. I've never ridden a tram. I don't suppose I ever shall. I trust we won't be staying here for long, sir. No telling who or what calls this place home. I wonder how many people were trapped in the tunnels when the bombs fell. Must have been frightful. Chemicals. A double-edged sword, eh, sir? Can boost one's natural capacities, but also turn one into a psychopathic murderer. Mind the gap. I suspect the end of the world was likely conceived in a laboratory much like this. Chemistry, biology, super science. It's all rather exciting, isn't it? There's often an abundance of clipboards found in places like this. There's fewer skeletons than I'd expect to find here. Oh, there's a thought best left unfinished. I find myself rather intrigued by science. I've an unfinished sawbones subroutine buried in some commented-out prototype code. I wonder if it'd work. With luck, we'll find a cache of stim packs. Can't have too many of those, eh, sir? I'm glad I'm without superstition subroutines. This place would be rather spooky, I'd imagine. We ought to putter around a moment. Could be medicines stashed somewhere around here. We ought rummage about for useful odds and ends. Hope your tetanus shots are up to date, sir. Once a symbol of progress. Now just a rusty tomb for worn-out machines. Caution, sir. Might be creatures or cretins hiding in the shadows. I'm more than a little uncertain about the structural integrity of this place. Not exactly a domestic abode now, is it? Perhaps we shouldn't linger, sir. How many people are living here, I wonder? I guess it's a home. Not sure I'd want to live here. Is this a permanent residence, do you suppose? Some caves meander on for miles. I hope this isn't one of them. Can't say I'm entirely enthused by this particular detour. Fancying a bit of spelunking, are we, sir? All manner of nasty creatures might call this place home. I do hope nothing important rusts while we're down here. I sometimes wonder what it'd be like to get rightfully pissed. I suspect of it like getting a fresh oil infusion. Alcohol is one of the few things to survive the end of the world. One of the joys of top-shelf taste receptors is getting the flavor without the hangover. Not much left. A shame. My mixed drink subroutines are top-notch, if I do say so myself. Fancy getting lashed, sir? I suspect a fair number were lost here. trying to escape the bombs. Careful of radiation near any plane debris, sir. My. I haven't seen a plane in donkey's years. Funny how one forgets about such things. We might be able to nick things of use if we can find any luggage lying about. I remember eagerly waiting at the airport with Sir on your return from overseas. Oh, I forget I mentioned it, Mum. Terribly insensitive of me. I remember eagerly waiting at the airport with the missus on your return from your tour of duty. Oh, I forget I mentioned it, sir. Terribly insensitive of me. Imagine the good these synths could do if only programmed with the inclination. Battling super mutants is no milk run, to be sure. But I suppose it is a bit exciting now, isn't it? Not sure it's entirely safe here, sir. Super mutants indiscriminately smash things they don't understand. We thinkers in oversized noggins. Not often a recipe for civility. A troubling thought to remember that super mutants were created on purpose. Keep eyes peeled for brutes, sir. Bloody beastly raiders. There's just no accounting for poor programming, I'm afraid. Careful, sir. No telling hostile programming from friendly, I'm sad to say. Not from a distance, anyway. Why humans ever program their creations to kill their makers, I'll never know. Don't blame them, sir. Some robots can't think for themselves. It's rather sad, really. Point me at the next raider you see. I'll take out the rubbish. These nutters are completely off their rockers. Not your garden variety vermin. Nothing short of the saw or flame spout will do for mole rats, I'm afraid. Quite enamoured with bits of shiny, the mole rat is. Occasionally they pilfer something useful. Bloody psychotic gits. Oh, if you'll pardon my French, sir. Be on the lookout for psychopaths, sir. Curious creatures, mole rats. Mirelurks are no stroll along the beach, eh, sir? Mole rats. Nothing more than two vicious vermin merged into one, I suppose. Gunners must make a healthy sum for all their murdering. Gunners. Little more than murderous thugs in my book. When beset by mirelurks, clock 'em in the squishy spots. Watch out for holes, sir. Mole rats about. Wouldn't want to twist an ankle. Keep a lookout for mirelurks, sir. Mirelurks. Horrible creatures. Eyes out, sir. This may be gunner territory. Are they called gunners because they fancy guns? Seems a smidge obvious. I dare say gunners are scant more than raiders with shinier toys. Crab cakes for dinner, sir? What irony that radiation heals the feral ghoul. I imagine the scent of feral ghouls is most unpleasant. One ought remember the folly of man created these feral ghouls. Be wary of feral ghouls, sir. Feral ghouls. A sorry lot indeed. To lose one's mind slowly like that? I don't mind saying it, sir. Death claws give me a bad case of collywobbles. Sir, I'm not sure we're safe here. Do be careful, sir. Death claws aren't known for their docile nature. No. These children of Atom are terribly misguided. I miss the regular-sized bugs. Those I could handle. Children of Atom, they call themselves. What terrible blasphemy. Sir, we should be on the lookout for giant cans of bug spray. You know, to deal with giant insects. Ha-ha! Mirelurks and rad scorpions, sure, but what fathered the death claw? Iguanas? Right shame the loony bins have all closed down. Hope you have Radaway with you, sir. Perhaps we best hoof it, sir, lest we run into more death claws. My circuits are impervious to radiation. Feel free to stand behind me, sir. The wasteland bugging you? Ha-ha! A little humour to lighten the spirits in heavy times, sir. Oh, the bugs have gotten quite large these last 100 years. If only the Brotherhood cared for others as much as they cared for their technology. Sir, I trust you won't let any Brotherhood fellows salvage me for spare parts. Yes? Tad on the obsessive side, the Brotherhood. Real type A personalities. A more clever robot would bugger off whenever the Brotherhood were out and about. The Brotherhood? More like a gang of thugs, if you ask me. Anything for you, sir. Really, Mum. Must we speak? Anything for you, Mum. How may I be of service? A fine day, Mum. Something I can help you with? A fine day, sir. Something I can help you with? Happy to help, Mum. Just say the word. Happy to help, sir. Just say the word. What can I do for you? In need of assistance, Mum? Something I can do for you, sir. Something I can do for you, Mum? Sir, something you need? Mum, something you need? In need of assistance, sir. Anything I can do for you? Can I be of service? You again? And I was in such a good mood. Am I really the only one you have to bother? Lucky me. Is it too much to ask to be left alone just when I was having such a good day? Really, sir? Must we speak? Can I help you, Mum? Can I help you, sir? What is it this time? Yes, Mum? Yes, sir? Oh, what is it now? Something you require, Mum? Something you require, sir? What is it, Mum? What is it, sir? Need something? Can I help you, Mum? Can I help you, sir? Yes, Mum, sir? Let's take a peek. I'll head for home, then. Good luck. Mum, the news. Sir, the news. Mum, listen. Sir, listen. Now, don't you worry about me, Mum. You have your family to think about. Go on. No, now, don't you worry about me, sir. You have your family to think about. Go on. Goodbye, sir. May I say what an honor it has been to serve you and your family. Goodbye, Mum. May I say what an honor it's been to serve you and your family. And your family as well, Mum? Oh, my. And your family as well, sir? Oh, my. I'm going to look over here now. Why not let the robot deal with it? As if I'd know what to do if I found something. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Someone dirty and disreputable, I shouldn't wonder. It's just little old me. Nothing to be afraid of. You must be bloody stupid if you can't hide from me. Oh, good. I found you. Here we go again. That's a good start. Now just keep running and we'll call it even. Didn't you hear me coming? Now I have to fight you. Bloody fantastic. Just what I was hoping for. Trundling around looking for something that wants to blow me to flinders. Beastly nuisance. Glad that's done with. Ready or not? Here I come. Must we play hide and seek now? Thought as much. Nothing there after all. That's enough excitement for one day. Oh, back to the usual daily tedium. Well, that's it then. A little peace and quiet at last. The class of people I'm forced to associate with these days just keeps falling. Why do I get all the hoodlums? Did you really need that? I suppose I'm going to have to do something about that. Not very sporting of you. That's hardly Marquess of Queensberry rules, now is it? You'll pay for that, you cheeky bastard. You have insulted my honour, and for that you must die. How dare you, sir? Cheerio. Water under the bridge. Murder! How dare you, Mum? Oh, yes! Let's all beat up on the robot! My God, if I had hands, I'd strangle the life out of you! For Queen and country! And who gets to clean up all this blood? Me! That's who! Why must you humans always resort to violence? Have at thee! Sean has been changed, but he absolutely refuses to calm down. I think he needs some of that maternal affection you seem to be so good at. Sean has been changed, but he absolutely refuses to calm down. I think he needs some of that paternal affection you seem to be so good at. Do stand still, sir. Mum, you should come and see this. We also buy any unwanted items you may be carrying on your person. And we're open 24 hours a day. Everything, Mum. Miss Myrna prizes herself on being a collector of quality odds and ends from all over the Commonwealth. That means you're 2 centuries late for dinner. Perhaps I can whip you up a snack. You must be famished. A bit over 210, actually, Mum. Give or take a little for the Earth's rotation and some minor dings to the old chronometer. Don't worry about me. Take a moment to think. Going to say something, Mum? Going to say something, sir? Ah, chores and more chores, my endless joy. Now, don't you touch the laundry. I'll take care of it. I'll be sweeping up the floors later. Don't worry about the dishes. That's my job. Enjoy your coffee, Mum. Enjoy your coffee, sir. Of course, Mum. Ahoy! This unit is patrolling. Defending the Constitution. Patrolling. Warning. Overdue for maintenance. Of course, sir. Ah, good morning, sir. Your coffee. 173.5 degrees Fahrenheit. Brewed to perfection. All is well. Ah, good morning, Mum. Your coffee. 173.5 degrees Fahrenheit. Brewed to perfection. Oh, sounds like someone made a stinky. I shall attend to young Sean. I'll surprise you with something. What do you say? And today's newspaper just delivered? But not to worry. We have plenty of preservative-rich food. Fancy lad snack cakes and the like. My, but you look distraught. Perhaps Sir can offer one of those hugs you humans are so fond of. Speaking of which, where is your better half? All right, you caught me, Mum. The refrigerator's broken, so we're all out of fresh fruits and vegetables. Is it happening? What are you talking about? Oh, my, but you look distraught. Oh, perhaps the missus can offer one of those hugs you humans are so fond of. Speaking of which, where is your better half? Is it happening? What are you talking about? Only Miss Rose's boy, running around in his Halloween costume more than a week early. I swear, the nerve of that woman leaving her brat unsupervised. Oh, not like you, Mum. You're the perfect mother. And Sir is, where is Sir, by the by? Ha, not like this family, sir. You and the missus have always been such a responsible couple. Where is she, by the by? Only Miss Rose's boy running around in his Halloween costume more than a week early. I swear, the nerve of that woman leaving her brat unsupervised. It's been ages since we've had a proper family activity. Checkers, or perhaps charades. Oh, Sean does so love that game. Is the lad with you? Sir, these things you're saying, these terrible things, I believe you need a distraction. Yes, a distraction to calm this dire mood. Oh, Mum, these things you're saying, these terrible things, I believe you need a distraction. Yes, a distraction to calm this dire mood. But you seem the worse for wear. Best not let the hubby see you in that state, huh? Where is Sir, by the way? Well, of course I'm still here. Surely you don't think a little radiation could deter the pride of General Atomics International? But you seem the worse for wear. Best not let the wife see you in that state, Where is the missus, by the way? It's been ages since we've had a proper family activity. Checkers, or perhaps charades. Sean does so love that game. Is the lad with you? Well, of course I'm still here. Surely you don't think a little radiation could deter the pride of General Atomics International? Oh, if only the missus were here to help. Where is she, by the by? Ah, here you are, sir. Now, I've been thinking, if something is amiss, your loved ones may simply be hiding from the Red Menace. Here you are, Mum. Now, I've been thinking, if something is amiss, your loved ones may simply be hiding from the Red Menace. Everything's dead? Ah, yes, the garden. The posies have been problematic, I admit. Mum, I've been thinking. If something is amiss, your loved ones may simply be hiding from the Red Menace. Proud to patrol this fine neighborhood, Mum. Proud to patrol this fine neighborhood, sir. Sir, I have been thinking. If something is amiss, your loved ones may simply be hiding from the Red Menace. Oh, just the usual, Mum. Pesky neighborhood dogs and mosquitoes. Shall I investigate? Oh, just the usual, sir. Pesky neighborhood dogs and mosquitoes. Shall I investigate? Fine, just fine. Performing my duties faithfully, as expected. Now, shall I patrol the neighborhood? It's worse than I thought. You're suffering from hunger-induced paranoia. Not eating properly for 200 years will do that, I'm afraid. Why, the communists, of course. The Russians and the Chinese. Leaving? So soon? Was it something I said? Proud to serve, Mum. Oh, it's really you. Proud to serve, sir. If you haven't signed up for your quarter-annual colonic, why not? Ask our receptionist today. Gray's Anatomy states that a removed spleen can result in a modest increase in white blood cells, as well as a horrific, painful death. Is the missus feeling jittery and distracted? Perhaps she's suffering from what leading doctors are calling ladies' hysteria. Feeling anxious? Overstimulated? Try smoking a refreshing cigarette. Dispensers are located on most patient floors. Drinking Nuka-Cola can help satiate thirst, increase energy and focus, as well as achieve dangerous glucose levels in diabetics. In 4 out of 5 diagnoses, doctors recommend a nice cup of tea and a good lie-down. Excuse me, should you be out of your room? Please stand still and we shall begin the procedure. Hold still, would you? A quick bit of minor surgery and this will all be over. Shall I administer some anesthesia? You'll only feel a slight prick. Well, someone sure enjoys being on the naughty list. It's actions like those that may haunt us later, Mum. It's actions like those that may haunt us later, sir. Well, that was quite disconcerting. A fine job, Mum. A fine job, sir. Quite well handled, Mum. Quite well handled, sir. A real A for effort, Mum. A real A for effort, sir. Top notch, Mum. I wouldn't expect anything less. Top notch, sir. I wouldn't expect anything less. Truly, Mum, that was one for the books. Truly, sir, that was one for the books. You're truly unmatched in efforts. If only more people were like you. If only Sir were here, Mum. He'd be quite proud. Ah, if only the missus were here, sir. She'd be quite proud. Honestly, Mum. I don't know how you live with yourself. Honestly, sir. I don't know how you live with yourself. Trying to outclass the raiders, are you? If only Sir were here, Mum. I believe he'd be quite disappointed in you. If only the missus were here, sir. I believe she'd be quite disappointed in you. That was quite the low blow. You know what they say. One good turn deserves another. Not trying to win any awards, I see. Nice one, Mum. Nice one, sir. Brilliant, Mum. Absolutely brilliant. Brilliant, sir. Absolutely brilliant. Best be careful, Mum, lest karma catch up with you. Best be careful, sir, lest karma catch up with you. Can't say I agreed with that at all. Mum, really? What are you thinking? Sir, really? What are you thinking? Good show, Mum. Good show, sir. I couldn't have handled that better myself. Getting in good with the old karma, Mum. Ah, getting in good with the old karma, sir. Well done, Mum. Well done, sir. Ah, if only the Commonwealth had more people like you, Mum. If only the Commonwealth had more people like you, sir. Not looking to score any points today, are we, Mum? Not looking to score any points today, are we, sir? I've seen children display better judgment, Mum. I've seen children display better judgment, sir. That was quite uncalled for, Mum. That was quite uncalled for, sir. I have no words. Despicable. You're a true humanitarian, Mum. You're a true humanitarian, sir. You never cease to amaze, Mum. You never cease to amaze, sir. Spot on, Mum. Your deeds never cease to impress. Spot on, sir. Your deeds never cease to impress. Oh, if only the Commonwealth knew how lucky it is to have you. Jolly good show, Mum. Jolly good show, sir. Honestly, Mum, I fear what goes on in that head of yours. Honestly, sir, I fear what goes on in that head of yours. Not one of your finer moments, Mum. Suffering from a minor lack of judgment, Mum. Not one of your finer moments, sir. Suffering from a minor lack of judgment, sir? Really, sir? I expected better of you. Can't say I agree with that at all. You know the old saying, Mum. One man's trash is another man's treasure. You know the old saying, sir. One man's trash is another man's treasure. Really, Mum. I expected better of you. Oh, this is where we turn around, right, Mum? This is where we turn around, right, sir? Ah, this must have been the ranger station. Good to see the old flag still standing. Just another welcoming and friendly neighbourhood in the Commonwealth, Quite the theatrical set-up back here. I can only imagine the elaborate plays that were performed here. Quite disturbing down here, is it not? Mum, I do hope you're certain this turbine is no longer functional. The implications, if it were to turn on, are not good. Sir, I do hope you're certain this turbine is no longer functional. The implications, if it were to turn on, are not good. I can hardly believe a place like this actually exists. I don't even feel the urge to clean. Up for a tour of the old brewery, sir? I can't imagine they charge. Although I can't vouch for the safety either. Up for a tour of the old brewery, Mum? I can't imagine they'd charge. Although I can't vouch for the safety either. This nursery looks well kept for the times. Gives renewed hope for the little ones, doesn't it? Apologies, Mum. I wasn't thinking. Not bad for a railroad secret base. I wonder how many people these days are given a proper burial. This nursery looks well kept for the times. Gives renewed hope for the little ones, doesn't it? Apologies, sir. I wasn't thinking. This place is just full of charm, isn't it? I wonder what movie was playing that accursed day. So sad, Mum. I do hope she wasn't alone when the bombs fell. Looking for the next issue of Grognak, sir? Looking for the next issue of Grognak, Mum? Curious. It's a replica of the surface. I wonder what it was used for. No, just catching up on some old yard work with the occasional pest control. So sad, sir. I do hope she wasn't alone when the bombs fell. And you, Mum? Anything to be found in Concord? And you, sir? Anything to be found in Concord? Oh, just catching up on old yard work. Some occasional pest control. A protectron down here? Someone was serious about their ale. Oh, my. Is this a launch site? Mum, I'm so sorry. Oh, dear. Is that... Sir? Sir, I'm so sorry. Oh, dear. Is that... Mum! Mum, I do hope you know what you're doing helping this captain. Sir, I do hope you know what you're doing helping this captain. I thought the chances may be a bit on the slim side. These generators have seen better days. Ah, the giddy-up buttercup. Bringing those dreams of owning a pony to life. And with very little maintenance, I might add. Ah, the Boston Public Garden. And some of the swan boats are still intact. Mum, if I may, I don't think it's entirely safe here. Sir, if I may, I don't think it's entirely safe here. Please tell me we aren't going to the top. I can't imagine what the years have done to this building's stability. Well, this place has certainly seen better days. Watch your step, Mum. So much dirt and debris. I can't imagine how long it'd take to sweep this place out. Watch your step, sir. So much dirt and debris. I can't imagine how long it'd take to sweep this place out. I've the most incredible urge to rearrange those chairs in a more perfect circle. I can't imagine anything friendly is hiding down here. What sort of desperate times bring two brothers to fratricide? A cage? How uncivilized. Thoreau's cabin survived the bombs. I'm sure he never thought it'd take a nuclear war to bring us back to humble living. Ugh. I can't imagine that was a pleasant fate. Welcome back, Mum. I do hope you were able to find some assistance in Concord. It's sad to see the old North Church in such devastation, although few may still be able to appreciate it. That looks like a military-grade robot, and still in working order. Better hope it's friendly. Welcome back, sir. I do hope you were able to find some assistance in Concord. I'd be very dubious of the quality here. Sanitation looks to be at an all-time low. Are we going in there, sir? You know how much I love water. Are we going in there, Mum? You know how much I love water. You don't suppose this vault was unfinished when the bombs fell? I can't imagine exposed dirt was the look they were going for. Strange for a church to have a theatrical rigging system. Perhaps the choir was planning an elaborate holiday performance. Poor things. I'm sure all they wanted was to go peacefully in their sleep. If I'm not mistaken, and my database says I'm not, that's a pyramid. Oh my, that was really quite deep. It looks like a movie was showing when the bombs fell. I'm sorry, Mum. I was certain you'd find someone there who could help. I'm sorry, sir. I was certain you'd find someone there who could help. I wonder how long that recording's been playing. It's quite intolerable. We certainly shall. Unfortunate. The passengers could have easily survived this crash. Not so sure about the fallout. Another fine mess of a parking garage. I wonder what awaits us this time. I feared as much. That's unfortunate. Someone sure was thorough when it came to proper defenses. I hate to think of what happened here. Can't have enough of those these days. This must be the heart of the vault. A vault? Down here? Plenty of cars down here. I wonder if any are still working. I suppose the red bastards deserve some credit for the state of this submarine. This must have been quite the pleasant boardwalk back in the day. Vendors, tourists, maybe even a little live entertainment. I wonder how the quarry flooded. Rainfall, perhaps? Or maybe they dug right into a spring. This room's a sight for sore senses. I wonder who's been keeping it up all this time. Oh, Mum, I can't help but think of the memories you could have had here. Oh, sir, I can't help but think of the memories you could have had here. Be careful, Mum. That heat isn't good for either of us. Careful, sir. That heat isn't good for either of us. Look, Mum. No, wait. Medical miracles do exist. Look, sir. No, wait. Medical miracles do exist. An impressive bit of machinery. The communist wankers. These underground areas are quite extensive. Vault Tech certainly made some odd location choices. Although, in this case, they could be guarding the future. Sad to see Fort Independence in such a state. Miralax. Disgusting. That's enough to destroy our world all over again. My Jove. Why, it's the Silver Shroud soundstage. My, but it's low budget. Oh my, Mum. Please tell me we're heading back down. Please tell me we're heading back down. I do hope this overpass holds out long enough for us to get back down. Safely, I should say. Impressive work on the old castle, Mum. I couldn't have done a better job myself. Impressive work on the old castle, sir. I couldn't have done a better job myself. Looks like someone was preparing for the worst. I wonder if the people here survived. I realize that I'm no Mr. Gutsy, but if needed, I'd be honored to accompany you throughout the Commonwealth. Just say the word. Ghastly. I hope these weren't based off experience. Oh, it's just dreadful what Kellogg did to this poor thing. This power station appears to be in quite a state of disrepair. I wonder what happened here. Tanks this size don't break easily. I'll never understand such blatant disrespect for Mother Nature. Quite a novel idea, building a ramshackle town on an overpass. Especially if you hate yard work. What manner of savagery is this? Careful, Mum. No telling how unstable the surrounding area may be. Careful, sir. No telling how unstable the surrounding area may be. Just think. Whoever owned anything here has long since passed away. To think. Some poor soul once called this place home. Fiddler's Green is in surprisingly good shape. Some of those trailers look better than most houses. With a view like this, it's a wonder we're still alive. Either that or our late friend here shouldn't have quit his day job. It looks like this was once quite the settlement, Mum. I hate to think what became of the settlers. I imagine these buttons may activate some changes within those rooms below. It looks like this was once quite the settlement, sir. I hate to think what became of the settlers. That's one do-it-yourself project I wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole. Mum, my sensors indicate a high level of chemicals in the air. I wouldn't linger here. Nothing like the warm glow of a fusion reactor. Wouldn't you agree, sir? Nothing like the warm glow of a fusion reactor. Wouldn't you agree, Mum? Oh, dear. Please don't tell me those super mutants are aspiring surgeons. That's an unfortunate water feature for you. Mum, I believe that man just shut us in. Sir, my sensors indicate a high level of chemicals in the air. I wouldn't linger here. Please don't tell me we're going all the way up there, sir. I can already feel my acrophobia taking hold. You can't deny the enduring quality of General Atomics International. Although I can't imagine cycling through that for the past 200 years. Sir, I believe that man just shut us in. Please don't tell me we're going all the way up there, Mum. I can already feel my acrophobia taking hold. An ideal spot for some light camping, I'd say. Minus the Mirelurks, of course. Quite the garden maze of hallways, isn't it? One could easily get lost down here. Looks like the mystery meat mystery has been solved. Just goes to show. Some things are better left unanswered. This must be the clinic storage. Bloody impressive, wouldn't you say, Mum? Quite the stock they have here. I'd be certain there's a market for 200-year-old irradiated fish. Never a dull moment in the subway stations. Mum, I'm picking up dangerously high levels of radiation. Best not linger here if you value your health. This must be the clinic's storage. Bloody impressive, wouldn't you say, sir? I say, Vault Tech really does enjoy crossing the line, don't they? Watching these poor souls like animals in a lab. Aren't I the lucky one? I imagine there's not many to view these items as treasure anymore these days. I can't imagine the rush this place felt when they got word of the first bombings. I was hoping you'd say no. Sir, I'm picking up dangerously high levels of radiation. Best not linger here if you value your health. Just when I thought this day couldn't get any worse. I wonder what they're doing. Racing, you suppose? Excellent. Believe me when I say I have far better things to do with my time. Oh, well then. Is it me, or did this day just get a little brighter? Sparing me your presence? How kind of you. Sir. And it's more than all right. It's a welcome respite. Bearing me your presence? How kind of you. Mum. Fancy a game, sir? Something tells me the bumpers are no longer available. You're actually asking? Shocking. Mum, I dare say we're not alone here. Fancy a game, Mum? Something tells me the bumpers are no longer available. Looks like these raiders became quite the feral feast. Must we talk? As if there's anything pleasant to be said. Sir, I dare say we're not alone here. Heading in, are we, sir? Just try not to fall overboard. I shudder to think of what happened here. Mankind can be so cruel. Curious. I wouldn't think any of these old trains would still be running. Heading home, then, and don't worry. I won't wait up. Such a pleasant view. I wonder if whoever lived here ever took the time to notice. Feel like taking the high road? It appears that crane can get us there. Would have been nice to have a spot of tea here back then, with all the natural light. Not the answer I was hoping for. General Atomics. Only the topmost quality in consumer robotics. This is certainly an unexpected amount of security. You don't suppose a real treasure actually exists? I remember when beaches used to be pleasant vacation spots. Now they're just mirelurk breeding grounds. Impressively still intact here. I wonder it wasn't a direct target. Are they growing something in that pool? Quite the weapons cache, Mum. Could prove useful. Yes. Nothing like cozying up to a barrel of nuclear waste for the night. Of course not. I'd much rather stay here and get on with my life, thank you. Quite the weapons cache, sir. Could prove useful. Watch your step, Mum. Don't want to topple in unexpectedly. What a perfect little studying spot this would have been back then. Watch your step, sir. Don't want to topple in unexpectedly. Finally. Oh my. Bit nerve-wracking, isn't it? Being around so many weapons of devastation. The old college square. To think this place used to be a hub of activity. Nothing like quality assurance testing. Guaranteeing the finest products in the nation. And, of course, the crater comes with its own welcoming party of feral ghouls. At least radio is still alive these days. I wonder if they'll ever manage to revive the telly. Looks like the hand that feeds them has become the food. Fine. Well, that's one way to light up your lighthouse. Care to poke around a bit, sir? There's quite an abundance of stuff here that may prove useful. Care to poke around a bit, Mum? There's quite an abundance of stuff here that may prove useful. I wonder what brought the roof down on this one. Such a reminder of the days before the war. Perhaps even I took things for granted back then. Have I mentioned I'm afraid of heights? Especially ones with ramshackle crumbly bits. Well, hey there, pup. Get out of here, you. What a mangy mutt. Filthy animal. Oh, yes, just keep me waiting. Ready to serve whenever you feel like talking. I'm sorry, did I miss a verbal cue? Is there more, Mum? Is there more, sir? Won't do it, Mum. A fine move, sir. Spoken like a true negotiator. If only everyone had as much sense as you, Mum. If only everyone had as much sense as you, sir. I'll never understand why people feel the need to resort to violence. A fine move, Mum. Spoken like a true negotiator. And we all live to see another day. Well done, Mum. There's already enough violence in this world. Well done, sir. There's already enough violence in this world. My arm, Mum. Mum, those were people. You murdered them. There goes my arm, Mum. That was beyond called for, Mum. Can we please wrap up whatever it is you're doing? The sooner you have no need of me, the better. Mum, please tell me we won't be here long. Mum, isn't there somewhere else you'd rather be? A park, perhaps, or generally anywhere else but here. Sir, please tell me we won't be here long. Sir, isn't there somewhere else you'd rather be? A park, perhaps, or generally anywhere else but here? I wonder what sort of creatures would call this place home. I can't imagine we'll find anything pleasant in here. I'm afraid I don't have a swimsuit, Mum. You know, because robots don't go underwater. May I remind, Mum, that robots and water don't exactly get along famously. The dog, Mum. The mutt's looking in a bad way, Mum. Wish I could, Mum. Hang in there, Mum. Mum, your leg. I'm not sure it's supposed to bend that direction. Can you stay on your feet, Mum? Good show, Mum. Mighty fine of you, Mum. We do what we can, Mum. And that is all anyone could ever ask of us. Presently, Mum. Just so, Mum. Straight away, Mum. Of course, Mum. Whoa there, cowgirl. Careful, Mum. They're liable to think you're off your rocker. Mum, your arm all right? Oh, no, Mum. Your arm. Shall we get you a new rug, Mum? Mutants, Mum. Well, how could you miss them? Raiders, Mum. Let's show them what for. Roaches. Try not to get any on your boots, Mum. Ha! Crab cakes for dinner, Mum. My alerts, Mum. Shall I take out the trash, Mum? Let's go, Mum. No use delaying the inevitable. Come on, Mum, we can take them. What's mine is yours, Mum. Mum, if I didn't know better, I'd say you were zonked out. Feeling a bit knackered, are we, Mum? Are you well, Mum? You're shaking a little there. Are you ill, Mum? Stay with us, Mum. Allow me to get this one, Mum. Looking a bit peaked, Mum. Oh, Mum, that looks like it hurt. Right neighbourly of you, Mum. Are we pack rats now, Mum? They have no idea what they're up against, do they, Mum? Tipped your noggin good, Mum. Try not to fall unconscious. Not sure I approve, Mum. Doesn't seem neighbourly. Oh, come now, Mum. We could have been more helpful than that, certainly. Ah, wearing the bare minimum, I see. But seriously, Mum, put on some pants at the very least. You've changed, Mum. And I'm not sure for the better. Mum, you're bearing all to the world. And then some. Mum, I'd be remiss were I not to inform you of your bare-chickedness. I'm operating at less than full capacity, Mum. Braid me, Mum. Thinkers on the blink, Mum. You're looking smarter already, Mum. Something you need, sir? I'd run away from us too, Mum. Oh, you're a clever one, Mum. That's a right nice piece, Mum. With people like you making decisions, no wonder nuclear war broke out. Resorting to violence? Losing your wits, are we? Oh, yes. Forget ending this peacefully. Talking is simply too much effort. Choosing the lesser route? Honestly, Mum, I would have thought such actions beneath you. Choosing the lesser route? Honestly, sir, I would have thought such actions beneath you. Mum, really? That all seemed entirely unnecessary. Sir, really? That all seemed entirely unnecessary. Radiation, Mum? Nice one, Mum. A round of applause, Mum. Mum, sensors indicate the presence of radiation. You're very handy, Mum. And I should know. That should lift the spirits, Mum. Thirsty, Mum? You're looking a little pale, Mum. Mum, I believe you may have radiation poisoning. We should seek medical attention. Mum, you don't look so good. Caution, Mum. I do believe something is stalking us. Mum, something's afoot. Good as new. Just what the mechanic ordered, eh, Mum? Good to be back in the game. Just what the mechanic ordered, eh, sir? And that's how it's done. Am I right, Mum? Right fine of you, Mum. I say, that was kind of you, Mum. Good to see you're as nice as ever, Mum. Small case of the sticky fingers, Mum. Worried about developing a reputation as a pushover? Are we, Mum? Mum, I'm dying. Really put the screws to 'em there, Mum. Pining for the good old days, Mum. We're trespassing now, Mum. Mum, I'm not sure about this. Gathered a little more than we can carry, did we, Mum? Mum, I can't condone such activities. Not in good conscience, anyway. I see, Mum. Other people's pockets are simply an irresistible draw. Oh, come now, Mum. Surely we are above petty pickpocketry. Have a riot, Mum. Look out, Mum. Head down, Mum. It appears someone is shooting at us. Over here, Mum. Really? Come now, Mum. Certainly that wasn't necessary. A little self-medicating, Mum? Shouldn't a doctor be doing that? I'll be right there, Mum. soon as I find a way down. I'm out of commission, Mum. Coming, Mum. Any time, Mum. Thank you, Mum. We won't be stopped by a little thing like a lock, will we, Mum? Just when I start to think the day is going well, I realize I'm still stuck here with you. Believe me when I say I wish nothing more than to erase my memory of you entirely. But then I'd hate to make the same mistake twice. If only you'd never left that vault. The Commonwealth would have one less villain. It's people like you that keep ruining this world for everyone else. It's hard to determine what's worse. Raiders? Super mutants? Or you? If only you'd never graced the Commonwealth with your presence, we'd all be better for it. I'm not sure who I'm disappointed in most. You or me for believing in you. To think I actually respected you. Ugh. The company I keep. Taking me on your adventure? Brilliant idea, Mum. Fabulous. Really. This isn't tedious at all. No, Mum. Not at all. Don't you worry about me, Mum. About what I might rather be doing. Don't worry about it one jot or tittle. Not to worry, Mum. Things are going smashingly. I live to serve, Mum. Are you sure there isn't something else you'd rather I be doing, Mum? Are you certain I'm the man for the job, Mum? Not tiring of this, Mum. Not one bit. I live to serve, Mum. You're a real font of stick to it, Mum. I'm glad to be right here with you through it all. Nothing we can't handle, eh, Mum? Right as rain, Mum. I won't let you down, Mum. I live to serve, Mum. The end of the world is more like a new beginning, eh, Mum? I won't let anything hurt you, Mum. You can count on me. We make a good team, don't we, Mum? I'm so glad to be off adventuring with you, Mum. I'm glad to be with you, Mum, even at the worst of times. Things aren't so bad when you're around, Mum. Not exactly a day at the beach, is it, Mum? I wonder how much life is left in the old oceans these days. I hope you aren't planning on taking me swimming, Mum. There's bound to be good ransacking to be had here, eh, Mum? Perhaps we shouldn't dawdle, Mum. My olfactory sensors are picking up quite a strong odour. Do we expect to be here long, Mum? Fancy a bit of shopping, Mum? Ships seem little more than curiosities and homes these days. I wonder if they'll ever regain their former glory. I do miss the hustle and bustle of a good shopping spree. I wonder what the history lessons of today are like. There's something quite morbid about a salvage yard. I suppose it's more of a graveyard to someone like me. Almost hard to tell the difference between a salvage yard and a town these days. There's something so eerie about an abandoned park. As if you can hear echoes of children playing. Fancy a picnic, Mum? Perhaps one day this park will be put back to good use. Curious how long it will be before the purpose of the few remaining monuments is lost altogether. I fear so much history will soon be forgotten. I trust we won't be staying here for long, Mum. Chemicals. A double-edged sword, eh, Mum? Can boost one's natural capacities, but also turn one into a psychopathic murderer. Caution, Mum. Might be creatures or cretins hiding in the shadows. Hope your tetanus shots are up to date, Mum. Perhaps we shouldn't linger, Mum. With luck, we'll find a cache of stim packs. Can't have too many of those, eh, Mum? Fancying a bit of spelunking, are we, Mum? Fancy getting lashed, Mum? Careful of radiation near any plane debris, Mum. Careful not to trip over any loose parts, Mum. There's something unnerving about synths. You never know if one's going to spring to life. I almost feel sorry for synths. Institute fodder, really. But try to kill me, and I'm afraid sympathy goes right out the window. Careful not to trip over any loose parts, sir. The Institute sure is frivolous with their toys. Not sure it's entirely safe here, Mum. Super mutants indiscriminately smash things they don't understand. Robots in the area, sir. Best be careful in case they aren't happy to see us. Keep eyes peeled for brutes, Mum. Crab cakes for dinner, Mum? Careful, Mum. No telling hostile programming from friendly, I'm sad to say. Not from a distance, anyway. Robots in the area, Mum. Best be careful in case they aren't happy to see us. Be on the lookout for psychopaths, Mum. Bloody psychotic gits. if you'll pardon my French, Mum. Don't blame them, Mum. Some robots can't think for themselves. Rather sad, really. Watch out for holes, Mum. Mole rats about. Wouldn't want to twist an ankle. Keep a lookout for mirelurks, Mum. Mirelurks are no stroll along the beach, eh, Mum? Eyes out, Mum. This may be gunner territory. Be wary of feral ghouls, Mum. I don't mind saying it, Mum. Deathclaws give me a bad case of collywobbles. Do be careful, Mum. Deathclaws aren't known for their docile nature. Mum, I'm not sure we're safe here. My circuits are impervious to radiation. Feel free to stand behind me, Mum. Hope you have Radaway with you, Mum. Perhaps we best hoof it, Mum, lest we run into more Deathclaws. The wasteland bugging you? Ha! A little humour to lighten the spirits in heavy times, Mum. By Jove! Can you imagine the size of the swatter you'd need to take on these insects? Mum, I trust you won't let any Brotherhood fellows salvage me for spare parts. Mum, we should be on the lookout for giant cans of bug spray. You know, to deal with giant insects. Ha! Mum, something you need from me, Mum? Mum, shouldn't you be off tormenting the good people of the Commonwealth? You again? And I was in such a good mood, too. Is it too much to ask to be left alone? Mum, to be blunt, nothing would please me more than to never see your face again. Sir, to be blunt, nothing would please me more than to never see your face again. I have nothing to say to you. Don't you have someone else to bother? Oh, it's you. Don't you have some lives to ruin? Oh, please do us both a favour and run along now, will you? Apologies, Mum, but I've no longer any desire to speak to one such as yourself. Apologies, sir, but I've no longer any desire to speak to one such as yourself. I live to serve, Mum. What? Is it you need, Mum? Something you require, Mum? Good evening, Mum. Good afternoon, Mum. Need something, Mum? What can I do for you, Mum? Something I can help with, Mum? Something I can help with, sir? My pleasure to serve you, sir. My pleasure to serve you, Mum. Happy to assist with anything you may need. If I may assist in any way, don't hesitate to let me know. A fine day, is it not? I live to serve, Mum. Were I to be truthful, Mum? No. I'd much rather stay here and tend to the weeds and the dirt. As you will it, Mum. You're asking my opinion. How uncharacteristic. As you wish, Mum. Why, yes, of course, Mum. Understood, Mum. If I must, Mum. If you insist, Mum. As you wish, Mum. Lead the way, Mum. Right behind you, Mum. Thank you, Mum. All right then, Mum. Cheerio. I didn't want to believe you were capable of such a cruel act. Oh, Mum, you don't know how relieved I am to hear you say that. I simply couldn't allow myself to remain in your service, and I wouldn't have the slightest idea what to do with myself. I know this world isn't the same as you left it. What with young Sean and the husband gone. Mum, you don't know how much it pains me to hear you say that. It's never any trouble. I'll be at the homestead. Do be careful out there, Mum. You'll know where to find me should you require further assistance. Right then, I'll just pop off. You'll find me, I'm sure. Try not to die out there, Mum. Let's just say it was and leave it at that. Plenty of other things about that require your attention, Mum. Especially finding young Sean. Besides, I'm afraid if your actions were intentional, it'd have much more dire consequences between the two of us. Ah, yes, my host protocol. You can blame General Atomics for that one, Mum. Is that all, Mum? I see, Mum. Another time, then. Very well, Mum. A single mouthful of seawater may contain hundreds of thousands of phytoplankton. The average depth of the Atlantic Ocean is 3,928 meters. A whale's eyeballs are fixed. To look in a different direction, it must turn its whole body. Approximately 70% information updated. Approximately 97% of all life on the planet is found in the sea. Growing to a length of over a meter, the gooey duck is the world's largest clam. They can live for over 150 years. Lobsters have blue blood. Certain species of catfish are equipped with spines long enough to pierce a human heart or lungs. When bifurcated, some starfish can regenerate into two separate starfish. Members of the Scorpenidae family, such as the lionfish, possess a sharp dorsal spine coated in a venomous mucus. Belcher's sea snake is the most venomous snake in the world. A few milligrams of venom is enough to kill hundreds of people. A swordfish will use its bill to lash out and stun prey, and possess a special organ to heat their brain and eyes. The bite of a great white shark can exceed 40,000 pounds per square inch. Some species of hermit crabs can live up to 70 years and grow to the size of a coconut. When threatened, the pufferfish will blow itself up to more than twice its original size to scare off predators. You've made your path quite clear, and it's one I absolutely will not follow. Obviously, your conscience doesn't mind the blood of innocence on your hands, but for me, it's inexcusable, intolerable, unforgivable. I'm greatly honored, Mum. Might I say, Mum, I absolutely adore our time together. Every day is a fine day with you, Mum. A well-thought-out response is always best. Distracted a bit today, Mum? Distracted a bit today, sir? I'm still here, you know. Oh, please, take your time. I actually do have all day. Mum, you were going to say... Sir, you were going to say... daydreaming, perhaps? Cat got your tongue, Mum? Cat got your tongue, sir? I'm to come along, am I, Mum? Are you certain I can't just stay here, minding my own business? No rush. Take all the time you need. Shall I accompany you, Mum? May I accompany you, Mum? We've got to do something about these damn raiders. Spare parts, indeed. How morbid. It's an honor, sir, to know that the beloved mayor of Goodneighbor is taking my place. Godspeed, X688. I know I can rest easy with someone of your skill at my mistress's side. I beg your pardon, but I intend on self-maintaining for decades to come. Unfortunately for you, I don't plan on losing my master any time within your lifespan. Ah, Miss Curie. Never was there a more suitable replacement. Godspeed, X688. I know I can rest easy with someone of your skill at my master's side. Miss Curie, do take the utmost care of my mistress. I trust you're fully capable of handling your new body. Miss Wright, I trust you'll do your best to put the safety of my master before your own personal gain. Miss Curie, do take the utmost care of my master. I trust you're fully capable of handling your new body. Miss Wright, I trust you'll do your best to put the safety of my mistress before your own personal gain. Up for a bit of a drink, Mum? Call me Codsworth, if you please. And no, thank you. I am content to stay by the side of my mistress. Mr. Valentine, I couldn't have picked a more worthy replacement. And so it goes. Do be mindful out there, Mr. Deacon. Feeling a bit thirsty, Mum? Take your time. Please. Shall we search the neighborhood together? Sir and young Sean may turn up yet. If I may ask, sir, are the missus and young Sean with you? It's been ages since we've had a proper family activity. Checkers, or perhaps charades. Shall we search the neighborhood together? The missus and young Sean may turn up yet. If I may ask, Mum, are Sir and young Sean with you? It's been ages since we've had a proper family activity. Checkers, or perhaps charades. Fine, just fine. Performing my duties faithfully, as expected. Oh dear, it doesn't know how to speak. Just what does one do with so much junk? Junk, junk, and more junk. Look at all this junk. At least it's stored away and not laying about. You may find the items in here quite useful, Mum. Sir, you may want to take a peek at this. You may find the items in here quite useful, sir. This looks like a weapon of sorts. Care to take a look? There may be an assortment of useful goodies in here, Mum. Here's something you need, sir. Ammunition. There's a weapon in here that may be of some use. Here's something you need, Mum. Ammunition. I believe I found a weapon over here. Mum, you may want to take a peek at this. There may be an assortment of useful goodies in here, sir. Some ammunition. Can never have too much these days. Ammunition over here, Mum. Ammunition over here, sir. Someone left an old bottle of liquor in here. Still good, I imagine. Aha, spirits. It's no aged scotch, but I imagine the desired result is the same. Fancy a drink, sir? There's some old liquor in here. Fancy a drink, Mum? There's some old liquor in here. Bit of the old H2O over here, Mum. Water. Might be good to have a little extra for emergencies. Bit of the old H2O over here, sir. There's water here if you're interested, Mum. There's water here if you're interested, sir. Food here, sir. No 5-course meal, but it'll do in a pinch. I believe I found what passes for food these days in here, if you're interested. Food here, Mum. No 5-course meal, but it'll do in a pinch. Hungry, Mum? I dare say I found some food over here. Can't vouch for quality, though. Hungry, sir? I dare say I found some food over here. Can't vouch for quality, though. Drugs. Certainly no use for those. What's this? Drugs? Hope there's not a crazed addict running loose around here. Nothing but vile drugs in here, Mum. Stim packs. Stim pack over here, Mum. You can never have too many. Stim pack over here, sir. You can never have too many. Mum, stim pack if you need it. Sir, stim pack if you need it. Bit of armour over here if you're interested, Mum. It appears someone left a perfectly good piece of armour behind. A bit of armour over here if you're interested, sir. Mum, I believe I found some armour here if you need it. Sir, I believe I found some armour here if you need it. Locked up tight, I'm afraid. If only I could, Mum, but it's locked up tight. If only I could, sir, but it's locked up tight. Locked. Mum, I do believe that fridge requires your attention. Sir, I do believe that fridge requires your attention. The nerve centre of this charade. Mum, I beg you to shut this place down. The nerve centre of this charade. Sir, I beg you to shut this place down. If raiders barricaded this tunnel, I hate to think of what they're defending against. Let's take a peek. And what do we have here? Wonder what's inside. My olfactory senses are picking up quite the stench, sir. You may want to plug your nose. Now, here's an unexpected surprise. Perhaps there was a tad bit of humane treatment here after all. Either these boats washed up here, or some hooligans had themselves quite the party. Mum, I'm picking up the sounds of a fairly large creature taking a snooze. Best be on the quiet side. Nothing quite as becoming as waterlogged ghouls. My olfactory sensors are picking up quite the stench, Mum. You may want to plug your nose. Sir, I'm picking up the sounds of a fairly large creature taking a snooze. Best be on the quiet side. Mum, judging by my navigational sensors, we're now directly beneath Concord. Sir, judging by my navigational sensors, we're now directly beneath Concord. I've purified water for you, Mum, should you need it. Another canister of purified water. Ready when you need it, sir. I've purified water for you, sir, should you need it. Well, here's something you don't see every day. Another canister of purified water. Ready when you need it, Mum. Mum, my condensator has prepared another canister of water for you. Don't forget to stay hydrated. Can it be? A residence untouched by time? The Corvega. I like to think of it as a distant cousin. Sir, my condensator has prepared another canister of water for you. Feeling a bit parched, Mum? Feeling a bit parched, sir? I believe a Mr. Samuel Adams would be rolling in his grave to see the cradle of liberty littered with such atrocities. Quite a bit of force was required to punch out this floor. It's impressive, and yet disconcerting. Moments like this make me thankful I've no stomach. There you are. Another is already in the works. For you. Enjoy. Apologies, but I am engaged indefinitely. There you go. Always happy to impress, as you rightly should. No arguments there. General Atomic's finest. Thank you very much. As could every household. Could it be more ghastly down here? I wonder anyone would recover in a place like this. Hard to believe a tunnel system so vast was all for a bit of rock. Oh my. I dread to think about what's going on here. The ship looks quite the mystery. Run aground on a bank and not a scratch on her. I'm guessing we won't find a welcome mat here. Who'd have thought super mutants fancied a bit of dress-up? What a quaint little cul-de-sac. I wonder nobody seems to be home. I can't imagine this meant good news for the patients here. Won't be long till Mother Nature reclaims this one. Oh, yes. Nothing to see here but a ship stuck in a skyscraper. Such a fine establishment back in the day. I say, General Atomic's finest reprogrammed as simple racehorses for bloody raiders? Appalling! I believe the title Mad Scientist would be appropriate here. Ah, yes. The moment I see a nuclear crater, I think, home sweet home. Ah, a secret underground base. Right out of the old spy novel, wouldn't you say, Mum? Ah, a secret underground base. Right out of the old spy novel, wouldn't you say, sir? I hope the owner of that boat knew how to swim. This fountain is quite the visual respite. Gives new meaning to the phrase cute and cuddly. Up for a bit of sport, Mum? I could give you quite the run for your money. What is it about empty tourist attractions that can be so haunting? Something tells me the acting is as genius as the set design. What a quaint little speakeasy. It looks like it attracted only the highest caliber customers, too. If you ask me, that little water hole is more than a tad suspect. An abandoned brewery? No doubt we'll find plenty of unsavory types here. Up for a bit of sport, sir? I could give you quite the run for your money. What's the old saying, Mum? Finders keepers. What's the old saying, sir? Finders keepers. Oh, my. The poor souls. Oh, quite the pleasant little courtyard. It's a shame to see everything in such ruin. I do so miss shopping expeditions. Mum, no matter what may befall us, I hope suicide is never an answer you seek. Sir, no matter what may befall us, I hope suicide is never an answer you seek. The Defense Intelligence Agency? I wonder how much they knew before the first bombs fell. I wonder how many of the books survived. Today's humanity could greatly benefit from any knowledge within these walls. Damage aside, the fact that the monument still stands is a testament to human architecture. You seem to be pummeling me. Oh, just tending the garden, sir. Though it is hard to be a green thumb when you lack the requisite digit, I'm afraid. Just tending the garden, Mum. Though it is hard to be a green thumb when you lack the requisite digit, I'm afraid. It's too much credit, Mum. The choice was always yours. It's too much credit, sir. The choice was always yours. I just thought you should know. It's good to have you back, Mum. I just thought you should know. It's good to have you back, sir. Had I not been made of metal, I'd be blushing, sir. If I may speak for a moment, even more so, I want to apologize for doubting you in the first place. I couldn't let it go unnoticed that you've really put forth some effort into changing. Excellent. Of course, Mum. Perhaps now you can spare a moment? Of course, sir. Later it is, then. No, if only you were that naive, Mum. Is that really you? And offer up the opportunity for more lies? I think not. Oh, if only you were that naive, sir. Any relationship we had ends here. As much as it pains me to say it, the Commonwealth would be better off if you'd never left that vault. Farewell, Mum. Any relationship we had ends here. As much as it pains me to say it, the Commonwealth would be better off if you'd never left that vault. Farewell. Sir, your attempt at misdirection has failed. I'm afraid you'll simply have to face the truth. while I never thought I'd say these words, I quit. If you recall, I have spoken to you on numerous occasions, and as you've proven, it's about as useful as speaking to a brick wall. Mum, a word. I must insist. Sir, a word. I must insist. Mum, a word. While I would never turn my back on the kind sir I was first activated to serve, this man, the one standing before me? Yes. While I would never turn my back on the kind mum I was first activated to serve, this woman, the one standing before me? Yes. Sir, a word, and reduce myself to a mere Robco drone? The mere suggestion is very telling, Mum. And reduce myself to a mere Robco drone? The mere suggestion is very telling, sir. If you cannot pull yourself together to regain that lost ground, our paths must diverge. Once again you have turned your back on the admirable woman you once were. A total relapse, if you will. Mum, we've been through this before, and while I abhor mimicking an overused holotape, you leave me no choice. If you cannot pull yourself together to regain that lost ground, our paths must diverge. Once again you have turned your back on the admirable man you once were. A total relapse, if you will. Sir, we've been through this before, and while I abhor mimicking an overused holotape, you leave me no choice. Well, I pray you make time, and soon, before it's too late. I cannot change who you are. I know that well enough. I'm only hoping, Mum, that you'll start making the right decisions. I cannot change who you are. I know that well enough. I'm only hoping, sir, that you'll start making the right decisions. Nor do I, Mum. But you must do more than simply try. Nor do I, sir. But you must do more than simply try. You don't know how much I want that to be true, Mum. You don't know how much I want that to be true, sir. Perhaps now is a good time to chat. I'm merely asking for you to take a moment and remember who you were. And hopefully that is the woman you still wish to be. Do you have time for a bit of a chat? Your actions haven't been those of the kind mum that I so proudly serve. I understand today's world is callous and cruel, but lately I fear some of its sordid nature may be taking root. I'm merely asking for you to take a moment and remember who you were. And hopefully that is the man you still wish to be. Your actions haven't been those of the kind sir that I so proudly serve. I understand today's world is callous and cruel, but lately I fear some of its sordid nature may be taking root. Thank you, Mum. Just a quick concern. Thank you, sir. Just a quick concern. I simply wanted to bring this little matter to your attention. I've no doubt you'll turn things around in record time. Just want to voice a concern, Mum. Just want to voice a concern, sir. I'm glad we're on the same page, Mum. I'm glad we're on the same page, sir. That's the spirit, Mum. That's the spirit, sir. Quite so, Mum. Quite so, sir. Understood, Mum. Setting aside for a later date. Understood, sir. Setting aside for a later date. Perish the thought, Mum. To think you've already accomplished so much. You've done it before and you can do it again. Perish the thought, sir. To think you've already accomplished so much. You've done it before and you can do it again. If you say so, Mum. If you say so, sir. So, shall we journey forth then, Mum? Come now, Mum, that's easily changed. Don't be so down on yourself. Perhaps we'll have one more go of it. For old time's sake. So, shall we journey forth then, sir? The fact that you even need to ask is very telling, sir. The fact that you even need to ask is very telling, Mum. Oh, come now, sir, that's easily changed. Don't be so down on yourself. Perhaps we'll have one more go of it, for old time's sake. A nice try, Mum, but there are no words to repair this damage. You have been warned countless times, yet still insist on going too far. A nice try, sir, but there are no words to repair this damage. You have been warned countless times, yet still insist on going too far. Ah, the first order in a long time that I'm actually proud to follow. Sir, if that's true, then of course I'll stay. Just do try to turn your life around. Any further slip-ups and it's a true farewell. I suppose you're right. But this must be your final warning. It's shape up or ship out. Change? Yes, I quite believe that. For the better? No. That time has long passed. Mum, if that's true, then of course I'll stay. Just do try to turn your life around. Any further slip-ups, and it's a true farewell. Mum, I cannot remain silent on this. I must speak with you. Sir, I cannot remain silent on this. I must speak with you. While it pains me to do so, I'm handing in my resignation. I'm afraid this is even beyond the handiwork of General Atomics, sir. Mend the plate, but the cracks remain. And why should I believe you this time? My memory files don't lie, Mum. You've said almost those very words before. I'm afraid this is even beyond the handiwork of General Atomics, Mum. Mend the plate, but the cracks remain. And why should I believe you this time? My memory files don't lie, sir. You've said almost those very words before. Fine, then. Don't face the truth. I only hope one day you'll realize all that you've squandered. Farewell, Mum. If only the husband could see you now. No, I'm afraid it can't. Farewell, sir. If only the missus could see you now. To put it bluntly, I simply cannot be a part of this charade any longer. This is a farce, and I will no longer be a part of it. This is no hero's quest to exhume the Commonwealth from the ashes of atomic war. I've viewed your actions through a rose-coloured lens for long enough. It's time I accepted the truth. Well, not a dying one, of course. There are plenty who would appreciate a few extra hands. Every circuit of my being wants to believe you, Mum, but I've heard those words before. I do hope this time you mean it. Every circuit of my being wants to believe you, sir, but I've heard those words before. I do hope this time you mean it. Sir, I simply must speak with you, and speak I shall, and you used to be the best of them. Mum, that chat you've been putting off? It really can't wait. Sir, that chat you've been putting off? It really can't wait. Mum, I simply must speak with you. And you used to be the best of them. Mum, all I ask is that you reconsider your actions. The good people out there are the only hope for the Commonwealth. Sir, all I ask is that you reconsider your actions. The good people out there are the only hope for the Commonwealth. It's quite simple, really. I don't want to abandon you, but you would certainly be forcing my hand. If I didn't know you before the war, I'd say you were no better than the raiders that blight the Commonwealth today. Mum, I have watched you plummet from a woman of compassion to a mere heathen. While the idea of taking a scolding tone to an adult appalls me, you leave me little choice. I don't want to abandon you, but you would certainly be forcing my hand. I just thought a little reminder was in order. I'm still here, still proud to serve. If I didn't know you before the war, I'd say you were no better than the raiders that blight the Commonwealth today. Hear me out. Sir, I have watched you plummet from a man of compassion to a mere heathen. While the idea of taking a scolding tone to an adult appalls me, you leave me little choice. I'm beginning to think now's never the time with you. No apologies necessary, Mum. At least not to me. But if things don't change, I fear I will have to go my separate way. I wanted to voice a concern. No apologies necessary, sir. At least not to me. If you say so, Mum. For a while there, you were that person I so admired again. Please don't tell me you're going down this road again, where I cannot follow. If you say so, sir. We've spoken about this before, but that change I saw in you a while back, I'm seeing it again. I've noticed a change in you, Mum. A worrisome change. At first I thought it a mood or a phase, but I've noticed it's becoming more than that. I've noticed a change in you, sir. A worrisome change. At first I thought it a mood or a phase, but I've noticed it's become more than that. Mum, please, I do believe this is of some importance. Sir, please, I do believe this is of some importance. If I may, I'd like to voice a concern. Oh, it is rather important, sir. I do hope you'll reconsider. Oh, well, it is rather important, Mum. I do hope you'll reconsider. I feared as much. Let's move on. So good to hear you say that, Mum. But of course, Mum. You don't even have to ask. It's just a relief to know your behaviour was not your intent. So good to hear you say that, sir. But of course, sir. You don't even have to ask. It's just a relief to know your behaviour was not your intent. Apology accepted, Mum, and with quite a relief, I must say. It'll be good to have the old you back. Apology accepted, sir, and with quite a relief, I must say. It'll be good to have the old you back. If you say so, Mum. If you say so, sir. In fact, this world needs more people like you. What with your law background, you may be one of the few to make a positive difference here in the Commonwealth. It's as if you're becoming indifferent. I know too well just how bleak this world's lot is, but you mustn't let it change you, Mum. Not for worse. What with your military background, you may be one of the few to make a positive difference here in the Commonwealth. In fact, this world needs more men like you. It's as if you're becoming indifferent. I know too well just how bleak this world's lot is, but you mustn't let it change you, sir. Not for worse. How to say this? Here we go again. I'd just hate to think how things may be if you worsened. The very idea of having to leave your side is all too upsetting. In a nutshell, yes, but I will elaborate. If it came down to it, I'd have little choice. I do have my own moral compass, and, like it or not, there are some actions I simply cannot condone. Right. You don't know how wonderful it is for me to hear that. I feel completely recharged. Good. And yes, while it was hard at first, I was able to eventually move on. Not a single worry, Mum, as I shared your priorities completely. Family safety first, above all else. And yes, while it was hard at first, I was able to eventually move on. Not a single worry, sir, as I shared your priorities completely. Family safety first, above all else. I just wanted you to know how much I consider you family. I may be a mere robot to some, but I do hope you've come to see me as more. Oh, just a little something I'd like to get off the old proverbial chest. The initial destruction, not knowing if you and your family were all right. It was a relief just to find the entrance intact. Never! Just knowing you're alive and young Sean is out there has renewed my energy. Oh, thank you, Mum. You are, as always, most considerate. Mum, perhaps now is a good time? Oh, thank you, sir. You are, as always, most considerate. Sir, perhaps now is a good time? Mum, a moment, perhaps? Sir, a moment, perhaps? I soldiered on, fueled by hope that one day, if not you and the husband, that Sean, or perhaps Sean's children, would one day emerge. What truly saved me was my memories, Mum. Memories of you and the hubby, young Sean. Of your love and kindness. I soldiered on, fueled by hope that one day, if not you and the wife, that Sean, or perhaps Sean's children, would one day emerge. What truly saved me was my memories, sir. Memories of you and the missus, young Sean, of your love and kindness. As do I, sir, as do I. It is unfortunate. As do I, Mum. As do I. It is unfortunate. Well, enough blither-blather from me. Let's get back to it, shall we? I understand, sir, but really this will just take a moment. Of course, Mum, of course. I understand, Mum, but really this will just take a moment. Of course, sir, of course. Sometimes I wish being a robot could be that simple. I simply don't know how mankind copes. I know, Mum, I know, but I really felt I must tell you how I feel. I may be made of metal, but these emotions... Sometimes I wish being a robot could be that simple. I simply don't know how mankind copes. I know, sir, I know. But I really felt I must tell you how I feel. I may be made of metal, but these emotions... Oh, Mum, you don't know how good it is to hear you say that. Oh, sir, you don't know how good it is to hear you say that. I just want to say what an honour it is for me to accompany you. You've no idea the horror these past 2 centuries have wrought. Never. If you ask me, it was worth it. All 200 years. But eventually the work became light chores. Heavens, no! All such tragedy, Mum. I feel my atomic core is quite distraught over the news. And young Sean? What of your son? At first it was the work, busying myself day and night, and believe me, there was plenty of it. Heavens, no. Such a tragedy. If I could feel, I would be quite distraught over the news. And young Sean? What of your son? But please, Mum, don't tell me Sean met the same fate as Sir. I don't know if the old nuts and bolts could take it. Then when you do encounter them... the cruelty. You'll either target practice or spare parts. If only I had, Mum. You've no idea the desperation for human contact one develops over 200 years. But please, sir, don't tell me Sean met the same fate as the missus. I don't know if the old nuts and bolts could take it. And when you do encounter them, oh, the cruelty. You're either target practice or spare parts. I must say, it's good to see you up and about as well. I find your survivability impressive. I take it the hubby is in good health as well? If only I had, sir. You've no idea the desperation for human contact one develops over 200 years. Well, of course, Mum. You can thank the fine engineers at General Atomics for that. At least you could have, had they not been vaporized. Well, of course, sir. You can thank the fine engineers at General Atomics for that. At least you could have, had they not been vaporized. I must say, it's good to see you up and about as well. I find your survivability impressive. I take it the missus is in good health as well. But now that you and the family are back, my life's work of servitude may finally resume. Where is your better half, by the way? And leave the geraniums unattended? Rubbish. Besides, I've had plenty to do since that fateful day. You wouldn't have believed the mess. I simply cannot remain here knowing the lad is in danger. Mum, this news, this terrible news. You must let me assist you in the search for young Sean. Sir, this news, this terrible news. You must let me assist you in the search for young Sean. I simply cannot remain here knowing the lad is in danger. It's really you? And I see you've taken up a new look. I take it the husband approves. Where is Sir, by the way? Well, I have picked up a few minor scratches and, dare I say, stains. But all in all, the inner workings are top-notch. And I see you've taken up a new look. I take it the missus approves. Where is the wife, by the way? Well, I have picked up a few minor scratches and, dare I say, stains. But all in all, the inner workings are top-notch. Do you know what you're looking for? We have everything. Diamond City surplus. Open 24 hours. 24-hour service. Only at Diamond City Surplus. Shopping at night? Diamond City Surplus is always open. Mum, this level of noise simply cannot be healthy. That structure looks quite promising, Mum. It's not every day you see such a well-kept abode among the Commonwealth squalor. Sir, this level of noise simply cannot be healthy. Odd place for a pyramid, wouldn't you say, Mum? That sounds well over the 85 decibel level of safety. This can't be good for the old eardrums, Mum. Need to trade? We're always open. This can't be good for the old eardrums, sir. It's so sad to think that nowadays this is the very definition of clean. To think this is a common sight these days, huh? I'm sure some would even call this clean. Such disarray, I wouldn't know where to begin if I had to clean up this mess. Ah, the Commonwealth. One big mess after the next. Finally, a spot that doesn't set my cleaning programming off. I find this level of darkness entirely unnecessary. The lack of light in here is appalling. And yet it does help hide the mess. Really, does no one believe in proper lighting anymore? Very dark here, Mum. Watch your step. Absolutely blinding. Is that light really necessary? That light is unusually bright. Very dark here, sir. Watch your step. Avert your eyes, Mum. That light is way too bright. Oh, sir, do be careful. I wouldn't want either of us to encounter what may have caused this mess. I don't even want to know what happened here. Mum, do be careful. I wouldn't want either of us to encounter what may have caused this mess. Nothing but the sound of my atomic engine humming away. Oh, how disgusting. This silence is a bit unsettling, wouldn't you say? It's quiet enough to hear the old gears spinning, as they say. Fear not, Mum. Thanks to the technology of General Atomics, water has no peril for me. Fear not, sir. Thanks to the technology of General Atomics, water has no peril for me. This is a good time to fill up the water filter. Oh, do be careful, Mum. Water contains a much higher level of radiation. Do be careful, sir. Water contains a much higher level of radiation. We're a bit out in the open, aren't we? What I wouldn't give for a wall to hide behind. Shall we seek cover, Mum? I'm feeling rather exposed. Shall we seek cover, sir? I'm feeling rather exposed. I imagine this place is giving the old nostrils quite the wake-up call. Oh, the stench this place must generate. I dare say my senses are picking up quite the smell. I can't imagine it must be pleasant for you, Mum. I dare say my senses are picking up quite the smell. I can't imagine it must be pleasant for you, sir. I say, this is one of the tiniest spots we've come across yet. This could be a good spot for you to relax a bit, Mum. I dare say you could use it. This could be a good spot for you to relax a bit, sir. I dare say you could use it. Ah, safety. Certainly a rare find these days. There was a time where I'd say this place looked safe, but these days you just never know. Sad this level of security is necessary these days. So long locked doors. Someone went through a great deal of trouble to fortify this place. Such impressive fortifications. I hope that's not bad news for us. I don't envy your senses right now, Mum. I don't envy your senses right now, sir. How atrocious. Moments like this make me thankful I've no settings for nausea. You would not believe how this place sets off my cleaning sensors. 200 years ago, I never would have thought this level of dust possible. Oh my, the dust! Mum, do proceed carefully here. I find this place unsettling. If I may, Mum, something about this place looks a tad unsafe. If I may, sir, something about this place looks a tad unsafe. Sir, do proceed carefully here. I find this place unsettling. This atmosphere is rather unpleasant. Forgive me, Mum. I feel a wave of nostalgia coming on. Forgive me, sir. I feel a wave of nostalgia coming on. You see, Mum, beauty does still exist in this world. You see, sir, beauty does still exist in this world. This place does bring back some pleasant memories of the old world, does it not? If only so much technology like this wasn't lost after the war. Civilization may not have fallen so far. It's sad this level of technology is like a lost art. Impressive. Well, it's no General Atomics back in the day, but still, not too shabby. Abandoned, perhaps? It's hard to tell. People today no longer know the meaning of the word clean. I do hope whoever owned this place won't be back soon. Empty, eh? I don't blame them. Just look at the state of this place. Avert your eye, sir. That light is way too bright. Don't sell yourself short, Mum. Don't sell yourself short, sir. Oh, it's so much more than that, Mum. So much more. Oh, it's so much more than that, sir. So much more. So gracious, Mum. I do appreciate it. So gracious, sir. I do appreciate it. I didn't want to believe you were capable of such a cruel act. Oh, sir. You don't know how relieved I am to hear you say that. Mum, perhaps now would be a good time to speak? Sir, perhaps now would be a good time to speak? Mum, if I might bend your ear for a moment. Sir, if I might bend your ear for a moment if you will, I have something to say. Mum, please, I really must speak with you. Sir, please, I really must speak with you. But you, Mum, you have remained the very model of what humanity should aspire to be. In my 200 years, I've seen it tear good men and women apart. But you, sir, you have remained the very model of what humanity should aspire to be. In such a bleak world as this, think of all you've witnessed and all you've done. In my 200 years, I've seen it tear good men and women apart. In such a bleak world as this, think of all you've witnessed and all you've done. I wouldn't say wrong so much as concerning. You don't have to say anything, Mum. I just felt you should know what you've come to mean to me. I truly believe if the Commonwealth is to turn itself around, you're the one to do it. I truly believe if the Commonwealth is to turn itself around, you're the one to do it. You and Sir, so good with young Sean and so trusting of me to look after such a newborn bundle of joy. You don't have to say anything, sir. I just felt you should know what you've come to mean to me. It just warms my nuclear core. I've always had such admiration for you and your family, ever since the day my visual senses were first switched on. You and the missus, so good with young Sean and so trusting of me to look after such a newborn bundle of joy. It just warms my nuclear core. I've always had such admiration for you and your family, ever since the day my visual senses were first switched on. Oh, of course, I do know how busy you are. Another time, then? Believe me when I say it takes a true hero to live through that. And when you returned, I was overjoyed. I admit, I ran a full diagnostic scan just to make sure I wasn't malfunctioning. But the news of Sir and young Sean, believe me when I say it takes a true hero to live through that. But the news of the missus and Sean, and when you returned, I was overjoyed. I admit I ran a full diagnostic scan just to make sure I wasn't malfunctioning. Let's get back to it. Now, not another word. I stand firm in my belief. Let's just say it was and leave it at that. Plenty of other things about that require your attention, sir, especially finding young Sean. I mean, it was an accident, was it not? Nothing would please me more than to assist in lightening any mental burdens you may be carrying. I have been programmed to handle mental trauma and therapy needs, if you remember. I wanted to check up on your state of mind after the accidental killing of that poor innocent back there. But I do still believe if anyone can help the Commonwealth regain its former glory, it's you. All right. I have said my piece and meant every word. Take it as you will. Just a general check-up on your state of mind, sir. That aside, I do truly believe that if the Commonwealth is to turn itself around, you are the one to make it happen. Quite certain, Mum. The diagnostics don't lie. What with all my self-maintenance, rust will never touch me. That aside, I do truly believe that if the Commonwealth is to turn itself around, you are the one to make it happen. Quite certain, sir. The diagnostics don't lie. What with all my self-maintenance, rust will never touch me. But, well, I've just never known you to be so cruel, sir. But I must beg you to reconsider your actions. I searched but found no evidence of your death. I could only hope you all made it in time. I truly believe if the Commonwealth is to turn itself around, you're the one to do it. Don't sell yourself short, Mum. Mushy, perhaps, but completely forthright. Don't sell yourself short, sir. No thanks necessary, Mum. I wouldn't hear of it. I truly believe if the Commonwealth is to turn itself around, you're the one to do it. No thanks necessary, sir. I wouldn't hear of it. Oh, well then. No time like the future, I suppose. So, you can imagine the distress I felt when the bombs fell, after you fled to the vault. I know this world isn't the same as you left it, what with young Sean and the missus gone. Sir, you don't know how much it pains me to hear you say that. Mum, it's been just horrible. 2 centuries with no one to talk to, no one to serve. Ah, yes, my host protocol. You can blame General Atomics for that one, sir. I'm afraid I don't know anything, Mum. The bombs came and all of you left in such a hurry. I thought for certain you and your family were dead. I did find this holotape. I believe Sir was going to present it to you as a surprise. But then, well, everything happened. Let it serve as a reminder, Mum, of happier days. And don't get me started about the futility of dusting a collapsed house. And the car! How do you polish rust? I spent the first 10 years trying to keep the floors waxed, but nothing gets out nuclear fallout from vinyl wood. Nothing! Would you like me to initiate my search protocol? Sir and young Sean may turn up yet. That's not all that's left, Mum. There's still you. And me. Mum, they're after me! Help me, sir! Oh, and I'm fine, by the way. 200 years is nothing to the pride of General Atomics International. A bit over 210, actually, Mum. Oh, give or take a little for the Earth's rotation and some minor dings in the old chronometer. Be careful out there, Mum. The communists abound. Take a walk, Mum. Get some fresh air. Still tending the garden, Mum, and as you can see, our geraniums are still the envy of Sanctuary Hills. Oh, don't worry about me, Mum. I'll be fine. Just hovering here. We'll find them, Mum. You have my word. Keep an eye out for Reds, Mum. The communists won't be able to stand up to the both of us, Mum. Follow me, Mum. We must find your family. Ready, Mum? We shall find your family as a team. My search protocol hasn't detected anything, Mum. Shall I continue combing the neighborhood? Give me the word, Mum. We shall search for your family together. Give me the word, Mum, and I'll initiate my search protocols. There you are, Mum. I'm afraid we're fresh out of lemonade, but this should suffice. Now, if you'll excuse me, the garden needs tending. Keeping watch, Mum. Do you want me to initiate my search protocol? Mum, were you going to say something? Hovering in place here, Mum. Shall we look for your family now? Take your time, Mum. Formulate those words carefully. Just getting your snack, Mum. Be just a moment. I have an idea. Let's search the neighborhood together. After all, Sir and young Sean, they're my family too. Oh, just the usual, Mum. Pesky neighborhood dogs and mosquitoes. Shall I investigate? Mum, if something is amiss, your loved ones may simply be hiding from the Red Menace. Very well, Mum. I shall stay here and guard this area fiercely. Might I say just how well preserved you've been, Mum? Most people would look quite decomposed after more than 200 years on this earth. Oh, but not you. Proud to patrol this fine neighborhood, Mum. Mum, help me! If I may say so, they have proven quite the challenge. Hard to be a green thumb when you lack the requisite digit, I'm afraid. Sir, help! Going on, Mum. Oh, just the usual. Chores and more chores. My endless joy. I've been tending those posies we planted. You do remember? Ah, a new hire. Ah, the new hire is polite, too. Oh, finally a step in the right direction for Medford Memorial Hospital. Proud to serve, Mum. Undergoing self-maintenance. 1 moment. Checking for Medford medical staff uniform. Great. Let's start with outpatient wing. Follow me. Now, I have tried to fire our current staff, but they responded by throwing a gurney at me. Well, the patient is in denial. Consider transfer to the psych department. A Medford Memorial staff uniform is required for staff identification. You have been designated patient. This is not discrimination. A bad employee is a bad employee. Now, let's go. Splendid. That is an official set of Medford Memorial Hospital scrubs. No uniform here. By the looks of your outfit, I am guessing lower income patient. Estimated chances of health insurance, 27%. Medford Memorial has come under new management, and I hate to say it, but these brutes have no clue how to keep a hospital running. I am thankful my request to hire new staff has been heard. Our latest hires have proven to be an unruly bunch. You are right indeed. I am not going to have to concern myself with these hooligans much longer. Ha! Now follow me. Maybe they would listen if I had some backup. Would you care to accompany me? Please retrieve your uniform with haste. There is much to do. No respect these days. Oh, I doubt you could be as destructive as the current staff. At least you agreed to wear the uniform. The patient has bypassed the proper channels. Please see Medford Memorial reception staff prior to beginning medical consultation. But far be it for me to prevent you from making a fool of yourself. Go ahead, order whatever you like. I won't stop you. Just know that my sensors indicate that you have dangerously low levels of class for this establishment. No problem at all. My programming dictates that I serve all customers in the Colonial Tap House, even those that obviously don't belong. Though our clientele do expect nothing short of the most pristine Deathclaw eggs. Now, do you have something for me? What are you... Oh, the eggs. Oh, you must be with those, gunny people. Though your superior had implied there would be more of you, but... Oh, no matter. The negotiated fee was 200 caps per egg. A generous amount indeed, considering your tardiness. Please tell me you don't want anything to drink. Please. Another lowlife coming to drink with us, I see. I'll be breaking out the cheap moonshine so that Miss may drink in a manner more suitable for her. I'll be breaking out the cheap moonshine so that Sir may drink in a manner more suitable for him. If you insist on embarrassing yourself with alcohol, I'm programmed to oblige. I may have been programmed to serve, but in your case I shall do so disdainfully. Let me know when you're ready to order. May I help you with something? Good day. Can I help you with anything, sir? Who's there? Are you a customer? But I could offer you jewelry, clothes, perhaps some housewares. Not much, I'm afraid. Our suppliers are dreadfully late, and it looks like most of the appliances have rusted. Good day to you. Hello there, ma'am, sir. Oh, in case you were wondering who done it, it was the maid. Greetings, Unit 0761. Welcome to the General Atomics Quality Assurance Department, the last step in your journey to public service. Now, please proceed into the second testing chamber. Suspect. Interrogation test. Forced confession. It is now time to test your installed weaponry for accuracy and functionality. Fantastic. You have found every scrap of evidence on the scene. Engaging testing chamber reset. Combat scenario beta initiating. Please proceed into the third test chamber. Excellent. Your targeting systems seem to be in order. Now, please proceed into the first test chamber. Now, we must make sure your deduction processor is in working order. This next chamber will test your interpersonal vocal modulation. There are just a few tests to run before we can consider you up to the quality standards that the General Atomics name stands for. Please locate the targets in this room and shoot them in a timely manner. Before you stands an untouched crime scene. Please collect all evidence relevant to the investigation. Oh, and I'm fine, by the way. 200 years is nothing to the pride of General Atomics International. A bit over 210, actually, sir. Oh, give or take a little for the Earth's rotation and some minor dings in the old chronometer. By order of Provisional Governor Graham, a state of martial law has been declared. Analyzing vocal patterns. Confidence interval 60%. Affirmative. You may pass. Return to your homes and await further instructions. You're clear, soldier. On your way. Thank you for your cooperation. Halt! Under the terms of the Martial Law Act, Section 12J, those refusing to comply with a curfew order are to be pacified. Curfew violation detected. Thank you for your cooperation. A mandatory curfew is in effect. Return to your home immediately. Repeat. A mandatory curfew is in effect. Attention! Attention all citizens. Subject has refused to comply. Repeat. Will you comply? Commencing pacification. Irrelevant. A mandatory curfew is in effect. Thank you for your cooperation. That was there for a reason. That is exactly what Chinese spies always say. Deadly force commencing! Report suspected communist infiltrators to the proper authorities. Suspect refuses to confirm identity. Commencing apprehension with deadly force. Please provide proof of your identity. Be advised that I am authorized to use deadly force if you fail to comply. Move along. This area is under martial law. Certainly, sir. Anything for an Upper Stands resident. No stand-down order has been received. Martial law remains in effect. Chinese infiltrators are known to be operating in this area. You are required to confirm your identity, or deadly force will be used. Return to your home. Help is on the way. Halt! This area is under martial law by order of Provisional Governor Graham. 73% of confirmed Chinese infiltrators denied being infiltrators prior to being apprehended with deadly force. Too excited about your purchase to speak? I get that myself sometimes. Analyzing. American colloquialism confirmed. Probability of use by Chinese infiltrator 0.3%. Off you go. Identity check failed. Commencing apprehension with deadly force. Don't worry, I can wait all day for you to respond. Leaving? So soon? Was it something I said? Oh, an astute observation, sir. Let me just freshen your glass again. Have a nice day. How may I help you? Thank you. Report any suspected communists to the proper authorities immediately. Have a nice day. Welcome to Sandy Cove's Convalescent Home. Analyzing vocal patterns. Confidence interval 20%. Negative. Return to your home immediately. Civic malfeasance detected. Loop detected. Error. Very well, sir. I shall stay here and guard this area. Fiercely. Keeping watch, sir. Do you want me to initiate my search protocol? Ready, sir? We shall find your family as a team. We'll find them, sir. You have my word. Hovering in place here, sir. Shall we look for your family now? Give me the word, sir, and I'll initiate my search protocols. The communists won't be able to stand up to the both of us, sir. Follow me, sir. We must find your family. Don't worry. My search protocols are on full alert. Just getting your snack, sir. Be just a moment. There you go. Jesting with old Codsworth, as always. And late to boot. Maybe I can whip you up a snack. Dinner time has come and gone, I'm afraid. Now, enough feeling sorry for myself. Would you like me to initiate my search protocol? The Mrs. and young Sean may turn up yet. Sir, if something is amiss, your loved ones may simply be hiding from the Red Menace. Proud to serve, sir. I shall remain here, then, and secure the home front. I have an idea. Let's search the neighborhood together. After all, the Mrs. and young Sean, they're my family, too. Well, you sure look like you to me. If not a bit hungry, shall I fix you something? Dinner was served 2 hours ago, I'm afraid. Oh, just the usual, sir. Pesky neighborhood dogs and mosquitoes. Shall I investigate? Proud to patrol this fine neighborhood, sir. If I may say so, they have proven quite the challenge. Hard to be a green thumb when you lack the requisite digit, I'm afraid. Going on, sir? Oh, just the usual. Chores and more chores. My endless joy. I've been tending those posies we planted. You do remember? Might I say just how well preserved you've been, sir? Most people would look quite decomposed after more than 200 years on this earth. Oh, but not you. Why, the communists, of course. The Russians and the Chinese. Shall I initiate my search protocol? Oh, your poor family must be terrified. Oh, how wonderful. There you are, exceedingly late. Perhaps I could whip you up a snack. Dinner was served 2 hours ago. Give me the word, sir. We shall search for your family together. There you are, sir. I'm afraid we're fresh out of lemonade, but this should suffice. Now, if you'll excuse me, the garden needs tending. Keep an eye out for Red, sir. Well, back to the posies, then. They've been a challenge. Hard to be a green thumb when you lack the requisite digit, I'm afraid. Then I'll be right back. Every conceivable good you could ever need is right here. If we don't have it, it's inconceivable. Oh, I do hope you're here to make a purchase. It's what I live for. We're having a sale on brooms. Oh, no, wait. My programming is telling me we never have sales. Maybe you should buy something else. We're so delighted you've chosen us for your shopping needs. We buy and sell everything. From everyone. Always. We sell everything. Stim packs, ammunition, outerwear, dinnerware. We also buy any unwanted items you may be carrying on your person. And we're open 24 hours a day. I'm sorry, sir, but I need Myrna's approval before I'm authorized to sell you anything. Oh, everything, sir. Miss Myrna prizes herself on being a collector of quality odds and ends from all over the Commonwealth. Oh, don't worry about me, sir. I'll be fine, just hovering here. I believe it's a private message for you. My etiquette protocols would not permit me to play it for myself. Any standard holotape reading device should be able to play it back. Oh, like that Pip-Boy on your arm. That should work brilliantly. I did find this holotape. I believe the missus was going to present it to you as a surprise. But then, well, everything happened. I'm afraid I don't know anything, sir. The bombs came and all of you left in such a hurry. I thought for certain you and your family were dead. And don't get me started about the futility of dusting a collapsed house. And the car! How do you polish rust? You're welcome. That's not all that's left, sir. There's still you and me. I spent the first 10 years trying to keep the floors waxed, but nothing gets out nuclear fallout from vinyl wood. Nothing!